Okay. So,
Classic.
Westphalia, the general flow of the game is it's diplomacy phase, military phase, diplomacy phase, military phase, diplomacy phase, military phase, diplomacy phase. We figure out who wins the game. It's actually really short in turns, but a lot can happen, especially during the diplomacy phases that are really important. The military phases are what determine what you need to get in diplomacy phases. Diplomacy phases are super procedural. It's 8 steps in order. At any point during executing those steps, people can stop and make deals and negotiations, and then everybody needs to be ready to move on. Certain things need to be decided before certain things resolve, and that'll become really apparent when we're doing it. The only time things, deals, whatever can change hands is during the diplomacy phase. Once we enter the military phase, so even a deal negotiated during the diplomacy phase cannot include clauses for things to change hands during the military phase. You cannot agree to exchange things or what have you during military. I mean, you can, but the rules don't allow you to execute it, so it's not a thing. The military phase is just, there'll be a random turn order. One of the things you negotiate for is turn order position if you care. There was a lot of that not happening in the one game I played. Like, a couple of turn order changes happened over the whole course of the game, and by and large, people didn't care. But in order, when it's your turn, you do your military phase. France has 2 generals, so they get to do a double turn if they don't get screwed out of it by the first turn they execute. There's a situation where once their first general's done acting, they don't get to activate their second. You move. There is no such thing as you can move infinitely. The only time you have to stop is if you enter a space with an enemy general, or if you're trying to take a claim, like conquer a space, either an empty space which belongs to Austria, or a space belonging to a different power, and then you have to resolve it. If you don't fight a battle, you then get to keep going. If you do fight a battle, your turn is over, win or lose, regardless of the outcomes. So just be aware that essentially teleporting is a thing. Austria's first move can be to come all the way over here. So, yeah, the home areas are inviolate. So if the general was here, you could come and, you could ignore the white discs on the way. You could ignore France being sitting over here by just walking around it. There's...
Okay.
So diplomacy phase, because that's where, and then the battle resolution, which really quick.
Roll 2d6 for the attacker, and then...
Yeah, it's the attacker gets the number of guys plus 2d6. The defender gets double their number of guys. Ties go to the defender. France's 2 armies, one after the other. However, if France's first army loses a battle, they forfeit their second army activation. So that's the trick. That's if they lose a battle. If France declines battle, does that count as a loss? Does anybody know off the top right now? Okay, yeah. So France can decline. So when you're attacked, you can say, I don't want to fight. You retreat 1 space, and
you can retreat many spaces.
It's situational, I think, on that.
You can go through any number of spaces that are friendly.
Yes, that's true.
If it's a result of an intercept, you retreat to an adjacent friendly space. If it's a result of a battle, you have to go back to a friendly space.
Right. And that was the thing. So if France is trying to conquer this, you can intercept. The intercepting general becomes the attacker.
Oh.
So then France has the choice to refuse battle and retreat, rather than fight it out. If they win the battle, they get to take the claim.
In that case, he just showed there France would have to accept battle because they have no adjacent friendly area.
Correct, because these are all empty spaces are Austrian. But that is a thing. Intercepting is a thing. But if you choose the intercept, you're now the attacker, where your strength is die roll dependent, as opposed to just being double your number of guys. Whereas the person who would have been attacking by taking a thing now is defender. And once again, situationally it changes what's up. Diplomacy phase. What?
Doubles.
If you roll doubles, if the person rolling dice rolls doubles, they lose automatically.
And suffer
and lose that much stuff.
Casualties.
So double 4s, you lose 4 guys.
Ooh, yeah.
Double 6s, you lose 6 guys. You always have a 1 in 6 chance of losing as the attacker, no matter the situation.
Yeah.
And both sides lose
the number of units equal to the lower die roll, no matter who's the victor.
Yeah.
In the other case.
So diplomacy phase, the procedural order is we randomly choose an initiative order. All players take on debt per the little chart here, which is how much debt you have, your current total debt, and then the level of prestige you have, and you figure out how much additional debt you're taking. Usually we're going to get through that before any negotiations happen, because there's like 0 decision space that happens in there, and that way everybody can see what the initial setup is. The first thing where a decision happens is during recruitment. All players gain their units based on their faction. It tells you how many, and the Dutch Republic choose how many ships to place. So any negotiations the Dutch want to have with Spain needs to happen before they choose boats, because that'll have an impact. And that's the first like pause, because two set factions have like a very specific negotiation decision phase there. Especially if there's going to be peace declared, they need to do that before that boat decision is made. Then roll for initiative. Spain and France, they roll dice. So after that, typically Spain and France, like, then there's some die rolls for stuff to change on the board. Typically we'll get through those next before more negotiations are made. So the roll for Italy, where Spain and France both have to either take debt or lose troops based on a die roll. The roll for gold, Spain rolls, and they either get, it's based on the ships, and they either get stuff or take on debt. Roll for trade, the Dutch roll to draw their trade cards, which is also based on the boats. And then we have the Unrest, and so at that, once we get past that roll, in general, like the Unrest, we didn't see a lot of it in the one game I played. Like those cards basically didn't happen. But it could be more of a thing this time around. But that's the next, like, so we get through all the dice rolls that happen. Then you can have a more pause for negotiation. There's one last thing of if Unrest happens or not, and then it's the last chance to make deals before the turn starts. Deals are only binding for the diplomacy phase in which they are made.
And the next military.
And the military phase, that's right. That's what I couldn't remember. So yeah, if you make an agreement not to attack someone, it is binding for that next military phase, and then not binding going forward from there. And then yeah, the last diplomacy phase is kind of like everybody's going to figure out where they need to get to, because there's no military, so we just have a chance to negotiate and try and get things that we need in order to achieve our victory condition. And then if everybody wins, we do the end game scoring stuff.
What are the consequences of Unrest?
It's moving the tolerance and the liberties tracks.
Okay.
Is what it is.
France and Sweden pay an army to pull a card.
Oh, okay.
And then they have to pay debt to move the liberties or tolerance up one.
And then Austria, if they pull the card but neither of them moves a track, but Austria can take on debt to shift it the other way. Also in negotiation, Austria can make a deal with either Bavaria or Sweden to just arbitrarily move the liberties track to a number they both agree to. Same thing with tolerance. It takes Austria plus either Sweden or the Dutch, and they can arbitrarily set that value to whatever they both agree to it being. It doesn't have to just move one space. You can just both be like, well, I want it to be at 5, and I'm going to give you this stuff, Austria, if you say okay. And Austria says, oh, that's great. Fine, done. It's at 5.
And if no agreement can be reached, it stays where it is.
Correct.
That makes sense.
Yeah. And that's where the Unrest cards allow factions to move without Austria's direct involvement. That's basically... Oh, there is a thing that moves that during the military phase.
When the Protestants win a battle, tolerance goes up 1. When the Bavarians recatholicize an area, tolerance goes down 1.
Yeah.
That makes sense. Just back and forth there.
But you can recatholicize an area by an area capturing all the territories?
Yes, by owning all the circles in it, it becomes recatholicized. Once it's recatholicized, it will never go back to being Protestant.
Yeah.
That's a permanent shift. Your peace limited in the number of spaces that can be recatholicized. And so the trick, like the reason for the rules change is prior to it, Bavaria would like negotiate with Austria, re-Catholicize this area, and then give the territory back to Austria in exchange to re-Catholicize another area. And it's just a shifting of Austria giving Bavaria scoring by letting them Catholicize everything, and then Bavaria being able to give Austria the points back by giving up the claims back to Austria after the re-Catholicization.
And it was necessary for Austria to comply because Bavaria's victory is part of their victory.
Correct. And that's a way for Bavaria to like give something back to Austria while Austria's just giving them stuff, and that's why that needed to change. Because that's what happened in our game. Like 100%.
Worked well.
Yeah. I was Austria, he was Bavaria, and we totally were just like swapping territory all over the place. Yeah. So that's the thing.
The areas get recatholicized when Bavaria starts its military phase.
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
So
no.
it has to hold them the whole time.
Yeah.
That's the idea.
Okay.
And is it Protestant if otherwise not marked?
No, it is Protestant if it's yellow, it's Catholic if it's red.
Okay.
So there's starting Catholic areas, starting Protestant areas. There's no way to convert Catholic areas to Protestant.
I see.
It just doesn't happen.
Got
This
it.
is the Counter-Reformation.
Cool.
Oh, that's getting bad.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So should we deal out the cards and then talk about victory conditions?
Pushing, not pulling.
So you have them?
Yeah. Were these here? I think
There's
these
some
were
more that
here.
have to go out.
Okay.
By the way, your starting space is not your home space. The big shield is home, the little shield is starting. For certain factions, it's both the same space, but like over here specifically for the Dutch,
Yeah, I'm wondering about that. Yeah.
yeah, Artois is the home territory that's in violet, but they start in Flanders. But yeah. So the big things to be aware of: Austria and France both need their partners to win in order to win, so they are harder in general.
But the partners do not need them to win, so
Yeah.
it helps.
Yeah. Got to be willing to wheel and deal, but at the same time, like as Austria last turn, I was able to hold control of the tracks as a cudgel over Bavaria to keep him in line, because I can make a deal with Sweden to just make Bavaria lose the game, and then if Sweden's winning, Sweden wins because everybody meets their victory condition wins if one person loses, and Austria and Sweden can just make the Liberties track less than what Bavaria needs to win. So that was the, hey Sweden, you're guaranteed to win the game if Bavaria doesn't get in line. Bavaria, you need to get in line. So yeah, it is both negotiation and extortion and every kind of conniving, wheedly little thing.
Except
Sounds
for
like
turn
the
a Catholic
Westphalian
to
peace
Protestant.
talks.
Yeah. Yes.
And then battle like a shiv in your kidney just to
Yes.
promote negotiation in the future round.
Yep.
All right. So do we want to randomly deal out the things and then decide if we want to keep them?
Yes.
Okay, let's do that.
You mean try and negotiate your way out of it?
Well, I don't know how much of that is going to... There was a lot of that in the last game, but in the last game, it was clear that the Dutch were...
Gonna try a specific thing.
We had goals. So I wanted to play
only the
Sweden or
Austrians had
France.
goals.
I wanted to play Sweden or France because under the strategy that Sophia had developed, I wanted to play one of the supposedly unwinnable factions under her strategy. And Sophia wanted the Dutch. So we did do it randomly, but Sophia got the Dutch by... she got it from you.
Yeah. And I made her give me soldiers and take debt in order to get it.
Right.
Like I got Austria out of the whole thing, but I got to start with less debt and with like a full army's worth of soldiers to play Austria because like I think if like.
And I tried to get Josh to give me France, but he wouldn't.
Yeah.
Did I start with Sweden? I don't
Yeah,
think
I
I
think
think
you
that was
did.
the only trade.
Yeah.
No, well, in our game,
Yeah. I think you started with Sweden because I think like people didn't want to trade except like I traded with Sophia.
but yes, there may be right now because the Dutch are significantly nerfed in the game now. I don't know that people want the Dutch, and
They certainly won't give up as much as Sophia gave up to me.
Yeah, and the Bavarians are also nerfed now, so we'll see. We'll see what happens.
Yeah.
It'll be interesting.
Yeah.
Do you guys have any questions on the
No.
basics. I mean,
No, not until I get the card and start thinking about it.
All right.
Oh. Excellent.
Austria. Well, I want to trade just because I want to play somebody different.
I'm the Dutch.
I'm fine being Austria. I was them last time, but I was them last
I
time.
got France.
I'll trade you
so-
Austria. Oh, actually, I guess. Well, do we want to discuss anything? Do people have questions before we actually start, like,
No,
wheeling
France
and
is
dealing?
real hard, right?
Yeah.
France is it's one of the more difficult ones.
We're gonna swap.
Well, I want something though because France.
No,
is
I
hard.
want something.
No,
Because
you need to give me something to take that
Why
away.
not?
from
You understand that Austria is probably the hardest one.
I'd rather
Yeah.
keep France and give you something for it. That's for sure.
Like France is hard, Austria is harder.
Yeah.
Especially now.
Let's
Right?
listen to
Like,
someone else.
they're harder now.
Let's listen to someone
I
else.
agree.
All right,
I
so
was
the
saying,
Dutch.
like-
Here's the thing. I don't. Does anybody want the Dutch?
You're perfect.
I'll go Bavaria for the Dutch right across the table.
Dude, you deserve to be the Dutch.
I
perfect for
do.
you.
I do. But I've already been the Dutch.
Okay.
I was the Dutch the first time.
Well, I'm gonna go
Um,
sit here because I
all right,
wanna stick
so-
with-
France comes over to this side of the table.
Why is that?
Because here and here.
So the
Yeah, it's
Bavarians,
right there.
liberties greater than tolerance, claims
Okay.
liberties greater than that. So I don't have to worry about anybody else winning. I have half as much debt.
Mhm.
My recruitment is greater.
Yes.
Are you sure you want the Dutch?
I am sure I want the Dutch over the Bavarians, yes. Because I have a theory.
Okay.
uh-oh,
Can I see
another
what the
Dutch
secondary
theory.
goal is on France?
Straight across. Enjoy the
It's your
Dutch.
two buddies. Oh yes, debt less than 20. That's right.
Got to keep it within reason.
Anybody else want to trade the folks for any?
You're Spain,
Yeah,
Jesse?
what's Spain's victory besides debt less than 25? Do they even
That's
That's it.
You just have to.
So the only
France-
the issue with the
One thing about
Spanish and the
being France
Dutch is
is
that they
playing
don't
styles, if you want to
they're
build
not as
powers,
exciting.
You sort of have a big brother looking out
The
for
Spanish
you.
really
France-
just have
Yeah,
to
but Josh played it last time and
just
won.
you know
Yeah.
stay
Okay,
above
curious.
water.
prestige for
right?
stuff.
And I'm
Yeah.
Sweden,
They just have to
so-
stay above water,
so we're-
and
so
the
that's
Dutch
where
really.
we're definitely
I mean,
allied.
now they also have to try to stay because they have 16 debt now.
Nobody jumping up
So,
and down on
uh,
Sweden.
Yeah.
So I guess the question is, why does Spain want to fight the Dutch and not just
They
make
don't.
peace?
They don't.
they want to
The
get out
Spa-
of the war.
The
really
Spanish
soon.
want peace as soon as possible.
Okay.
Yeah,
and
the
that's
Dutch is trying to string them along. I think.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
If the Dutch give you a peace deal, you take it.
Well, if the Dutch give you a peace deal and they did it right, it's not worth the peace.
Yeah.
Because they're like making you pay more than like.
Yeah. Take all the debt and you'll get peace. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
But I don't
There's
know.
a big
Garrett has a
negotiation.
theory, so don't expect peace from the Dutch. Just
Okay, watch out for that.
without consequence.
But that 16 debt for the Dutch is a,
Yep.
No,
it's a heavy
exactly.
burden.
All right. So are we good on our
Sweden,
things?
everybody- I got Sweden. I'm happy with Sweden.
Andy, this says the most difficult position to play well. It says it right there,
yeah,
as
It is
described by the
indeed.
it
designer.
is.
Well, actually,
I don't
I
know,
would
the
say
French-
Austria probably has it a
Yeah.
little harder.
I think the
Because
Austrians are
Austria
harder.
has it a little
Tom
more,
Russell
but-
thinks otherwise, so
Yeah,
whatever.
Okay. Well, fine.
Yeah, but
Do you want to switch?
No, no,
with
no.
The, with
I
with
will-
Austria?
This gives me the perfect defense for why I didn't do well. I enjoy
Okay.
that just fine. Plus, I have 2 armies. That's exciting.
Okay, so as Bavaria, I should probably sit over here. Right?
Probably Austria should sit there.
Austria, I think, usually would be where the camera is.
Yeah, I guess
Austria
it's
can
kind of
be-
either way.
I've got long arms and
You're running
I-
Dutch.
I'm running Dutch.
Okay. Well, you can sit here or there. I guess we have the
Yeah.
same.
Austria's
access to-
I
fine.
could do,
with
yeah,
that,
I'll do here.
To and the Netherlands.
All right, so we can put. Let's put the money.
have
Or,
a
let me
debt card.
see.
Have a
This is
debt
better
card.
because I
Thanks,
kind of
have a
want to be
debt
near
card.
my
Oh, I love
my buddy.
Have a debt card. So take a second. Like it should be pretty obvious how you read it, but you find where your total debt is, and then go across to your current prestige token.
All right, at minimum, try to have your.
We need to disperse the rest of the markers there.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
I'll grab mine and pass it around here.
Do there.
The
Just
Catholicism-
put your areas there, just so
capitalization
people have a
markers
general
these.
idea of.
That's 3 capitalists.
Yeah.
And we can put the dice tower there. You don't really need that as bad.
6 units.
And then Garrett, if you can.
How many units do you have to start?
Yeah.
Spain has 8.
Cool.
So I
So,
start with these red
we got
ones.
Bavarians, French,
Result of Spain.
There's one more in there for you.
Austrians, the Swedish, the Spanish, and the Dutch. All right.
Here's your 8
And if you
starting
can
units.
just in general keep the things keep the things near your card so people can see like
Dave?
what you have and such.
Thank you.
And this is. Oh, there's one more. I missed it. And then Jacob.
I don't need these.
Are you not Bavaria?
No, I'm Austria.
You're Austria. Oh, sorry. Here you
Yeah, I
go.
don't have wood tokens.
He owns everything.
Yeah, this.
No, that's
What is
an
this?
extra.
Is it extra?
Oh, that's the.
All right. So I
Oh,
have
yeah,
to learn
Oh
about
no, that's a turn.
Catholicization.
Oh, we need- Oh, that's the initiative. Yeah. So here, give me
Here's
the
initiative.
like,
And
and
is
the other
this-
one is turn.
Okay, so just
Yeah.
all right.
Okay. So everybody, give me one disc of your color.
Okay.
Do we have a bag? Do you want Austria?
That's
I've got
the
an
turn
Austria
order
one.
marker.
The turn and the Austria initiative marker are the same.
Andy, could you give me 10 debt in 8 units?
I'm gonna put these there.
I tossed units over there, but I don't know.
There's units for somebody,
Okay.
Yeah.
Yep. Yep. Okay. I thought
Oh,
they
yeah.
were meant to
Those
be
are yours.
kept near the card.
and you still need to.
Hey,
okay,
they-
Maybe
yeah,
he just wants them
whatever.
visible by the camera.
All right. Cool.
Okay, 8 here.
Do you need
Pass-
8 units?
Yeah.
Can you pass the debt?
Yeah, which ones do you want? 10s?
A 10, a 5, and a 1.
Sure. I'll just change it out.
Could I get 2 10s, please?
Yeah.
'Cause I just loaded that.
2 10s. Oh, yeah, Spain. I love it.
Wait, you have 16 yet?
I have 16 because
Yeah.
they the
The
Dutch.
there's been balance tweaks.
Balanced. Balanced
Yeah.
them.
The Dutch were incredibly powerful.
Well, they would always meet their win condition,
Yeah.
but they
By
would lose
incredibly
if everybody
powerful,
met
I
their win
mean
condition.
they can win easily.
Yeah.
If everyone doesn't win, which amusingly both times we played, everyone met their victory condition.
Oh, yeah, now-
so the Dutch lost both times.
How do I show that which units are with which army in the case?
You have like each side. So the normal way is a group on each side of the card, and you need to declare which one is which. Like you have your France card, so this is the Northern Army, this is the Southern Army, kind of thing.
Yeah, I'm gonna okay. So I'm gonna
You don't
put,
have to assign them yet.
No.
Yeah, I'm just getting used to the idea of it.
Gotcha.
So I
Yeah,
can do something
just
like that.
some obvious differentiation, and I call that
That's a
the
little
North and
weird,
not the
but-
Southern because geography. But you could call it the
The Dutch theater.
the
And
the
the-
Dutch theater and the Austrian theater.
Okay. Yeah.
Can we get prestige over here?
Oh yeah.
Oh,
Yeah,
wow.
You got
Oh.
2.
Yep.
and you start with
I guess
two.
6.
And can you remind me what the recruit number is used for?
That's how many soldiers you're going to get during the recruitment phase.
Okay.
So you get quite
Prestige.
a.
Nice.
Yes, I'm all prestige, all that.
Oh, and I need to do my. This
Just
is the
big economy.
Liberties
That's
deck.
great.
This is my. So I have you guys don't get to know what my threshold goals to win the game are. I draw 3 and keep 1, or 2 and keep 1.
Austria again.
You draw 3 and keep 1.
I like that Austria.
And they just
thing.
No,
those cards just fluctuate the various thresholds, but they're always the same 3 thresholds.
yes, it's always the same 3 thresholds, just what the number is, and then it's if we go to everybody wins, and it's the point calculation. The harder threshold cards give me more victory points because I met a harder threshold. It's an extra bonus.
And that has to do with your affinities.
Is this yours? Big?
Yes. It's just a flat number on the card. But it's like in the scoring it says. Alright, so I'm going to take that one and put these 2 back in the never to be seen again. Okay. So now if everybody's ready, I'll deal out the initial initiative. First in military turn will be white.
Sweden.
Then Bavaria, then Austria, then the Dutch.
And Spain.
Oh, Spain, sorry, yes. Then France, and then the Dutch. Oh. Okay, so that was the initiative phase. Now, arrear step. So I have 11 debt
We can do
and
that.
0 prestige, so I get 4 more debt. So I'm going to trade this one.
Oh wow, it starts already. Yeah.
Yes. Just right now, everybody needs to
Right.
calculate their
I'm
debt.
getting 3 more. I start with 10 debt
All right, I get only 1.
and 0 prestige.
Oh wait, no, that's not true. I get 3.
I get 4.
So I start with 8 debt
3, 4 for you.
Yep.
and
3 for you.
Yep.
uh,
Those creditors are on me.
I don't have any prestige.
No.
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 Son of a bitch.
No one likes Bavaria.
Well, they're just kind of hostile right now, you know?
All right, so I have 8 debt, and I get 3 more. Holy.
I think that's the average amount for the first turn here.
Yep.
I haven't played a faction that doesn't have prestige, so usually, like for example, with the Dutch, I got like
Andy is
1.
Andy is indicating that he's ready to trade away his debt by having nothing but 1s.
Yes.
I think that's very hopeful.
So, now the recruitment step. Everybody gets an additional number of soldiers equal to your plus recruit number. Also, the Dutch
two for
need
me.
to decide how many ships they want to assign as boats, which will affect both their ability to get the trade cards and Spain's gold roll.
I'll take both my recruits as boats.
Well, you can try and negotiate with Spain ahead of time, because that's a thing. Or you can just assign them and say, I'm not going to deal with Spain right now.
I'm not going to deal with Spain right now. I would like these as boats.
Wow.
Is
See
that
how it is.
you can only assign boats as you get the new recruits? Is that the deal?
No, I
The
believe
Dutch?
you can assign any number, but I'm not 100%.
No peace.
Yeah, I think the Dutch is gonna have a hard time.
You place,
No, I
no,
agree.
you can do any number of you can do up to maximum 6, but you can use soldiers you started the game with. It does not have to be only new recruits.
I think everybody got the recruits.
Or sorry, the Spanish are gonna have a hard time.
Just remember,
The
when
Dutch
trying to get
might still be
cards,
fine.
it's the roll has to be less than or equal to the number of boats. So 2 means a 1 or a 2 is the only thing that is successful, and you will lose half your boats.
That's why I'm asking. He can assign new boats.
Right? Yeah.
Is this
as
on your
well.
troops
Yeah.
right here?
Correct.
Yeah, well, they're in two different places on purpose.
Okay.
So
Just
So you want 2 as boats, so they go in the white Dutch C box.
All right.
There's a little box so we can see
Oh, there we go.
if someone wants to. Okay. So
inspired graphics.
So now, if we want to go through the rolls that need to happen, France or Spain, one of you roll 2 dice.
I will
Reroll
roll
if you
2
get
dice
doubles.
because I'm here and I'm ready. So this is for the war in Italy.
Yes, if you get doubles, re-roll them. So a 1 is the lower number.
Yes.
So starting with Spain, do you want to gain 1 debt or sacrifice 1 troop?
Sacrifice 1 troop.
Then France, do you want to gain 1 debt or sacrifice?
I'm
1
also
troop?
sacrificing a troop
Okay.
to the war in Italy.
Yep. Done.
Interesting.
Gold step for Spain. If Spain is at war with the Dutch, Spain rolls 1 die, please.
All right.
Do you
If
want
you get a 1 or a 2,
wanna drop it in here?
or that's
Yeah,
right.
sure.
You need to.
It's a 4.
So that means I lose some money?
It's a 4. So, if the result is less than or equal to the number of ships, no, it was more than the number of ships. You get 1 prestige.
Nice.
Oh.
Yeah.
I love prestige.
The more boats, the better for the Dutch, and the worse for you. The less boats, the better for you. The worse for the Dutch.
Yeah,
All right.
that
So the
prestige
Dutch
is good trading power.
roll a die.
All right.
You need a 1 or a
Okay,
2.
so
Here, he used all the luck on that dice. We'll give you this new one.
6.
No
All right,
cost.
no card.
And do I lose a ship for that?
Yes, you lose half your ships rounded.
Always.
Yep. No matter what.
Okay.
Rounding up.
Yeah.
Oh, so you lose your ships every turn.
Yeah, half of them rounded up.
Yeah, I guess it's dangerous.
Yep.
Naval life.
Correct. All right. So now the unrest step. Unless there are any more deals that want to.
Oh,
be
should that
made.
start at 0, the tolerance, or?
No,
No,
it
it
starts
starts at
at
3.
3. There's a
Oh,
start.
there's a start thing. Okay.
So we can start diplomacy here.
Yeah, like if we could have been diplomacy at any
Okay,
point.
yeah.
This is like the final stop point before.
Okay, so we're
unrest.
doing unrest? No, we're not doing unrest yet.
It depends. Like we
Oh,
can like at any point during what's been
Is this
happening,
yours?
we could have. Yeah, those are not needed anymore. I have my card.
Okay.
They can go back to the box. Like at any point we could have been negotiating. This is the second to last point to negotiate before we're done.
Yeah.
These
At
are
all.
these are my new recruits.
Oh, I see. So unrest, someone has to be willing to incur the debt,
Yes.
and Austria only gets the chance if
no one
we
takes.
aren't willing to take on that debt.
Right.
And we don't know what's the debt range, roughly speaking? Do we know?
On the cards.
Yeah.
1 to 3.
1 to 3. Okay. So it's formidable.
Yeah, it's a steep, but it's the only. If you can't
Yeah.
make a deal with Austria, it's the only way to move things otherwise.
Right. So
Um,
so we should think about that because
yeah.
you're interested in the tolerance track or the liberties track?
I'm interested in tolerance.
He's
the
interested
tolerance
in both because
Right.
he's on
Yeah.
both.
Yeah, but one of them is required for him to win, right?
Yeah, I'm a little more interested in tolerance, but I'm
Yeah.
interested in both.
Okay.
And I can manipulate both with Austria.
What's your current debt situation?
Oh, I've got 12.
12? Okay. Yeah, I got 13. Okay.
I'm doing much better.
So we're both in that category, so we can afford
I-
to take on 1 or 2 debt, theoretically, and just be sitting the same.
Yeah, I think I would just be happy going for not doing anything this turn.
Okay.
Start seeing
Well,
how things play.
Yeah, I'm happy to see how the
For-
game plays out. 'cause
For
I
us, I think the one thing we ought to do is trade turn positions.
you want to be later in turn order to be reactive
I
militarily?
want you not so much to be reactive necessarily, but to get you out first
Mm-hmm.
so you don't get bottled up in.
Because essentially what happens is if one of us gets our general into Alsace before your turn, this general's only move is to move into Alsace, either fight
Oh,
a battle
I
or
see.
not, and do nothing.
Okay. Yeah, I that makes sense to me. That's what you're saying. And then because I'm not necessarily doing anything aggressive with that. Or
Well,
am I?
you can move on and do things aggressive if you want, or you have to decide if you're going to
I'll
fight
string
up
them in
here
your
or
hands.
fight down there.
Well, I can do one. If I do the first one successfully, then
And
I
it's
can do
most
the second one as
8
well.
armies per general or 6 armies per general?
8.
8. Okay.
Like Marine Friedrich, come on.
Okay. Yeah, I'm willing to switch with you. I think that makes sense to me. Get a
Just
little
do
bit
it
of a
straight
buffer.
up.
Yep. I don't see any reason to worry about being more subtle yet.
Yeah.
Yet being the key word.
Hmm.
I do need to. Can you remind me what your conditions are for winning?
My conditions.
Yeah, I want to keep those in mind.
Claims plus tolerance greater than debt. So I want to put out claims.
Claims plus tolerance greater than debt. Okay, so right now you're. Yeah.
I want no
see.
debt,
You just got it. You're sitting
claims
there and you
out.
got to hang on there. Okay.
And
And you just need to get.
My only thing is debt. So debt less
Yeah.
than 25.
Yeah, I need these two to win.
Oh,
That's
yeah,
why. That's
sure,
why.
sure.
Yeah.
What's France's deal?
I basically just need those two to win, and then I have to have less than 20 debt.
Okay, so what does France's claims get them?
Nothing except for
They count.
I have a major military power. In the final scoring up here, I can get 5 VP if I have
Oh.
the predominant number.
I see. So it would only matter if it went to the final score.
Yeah, so that's why you and I are in a proxy war, kind of. Not directly, but we both want to have more influence.
Well, we are at war, aren't we? France and
I mean, we're
I mean,
all technically at war.
Right.
Yes. Like you're at war, but the position up there doesn't matter unless everybody wins and we go to final score.
Right.
That's so if that doesn't happen, all those claims are meaningless.
Right.
Like in the final assessment of things.
So I do want to win some battles to keep my prestige.
Right, exactly. Like prestige is very much a thing, though. Like if France doesn't have a strong army there, you can just farm them for.
If I were to
prestige
march into
markers.
Brabant, could the Dutch intercept as well?
It's the owning player's general can. So marching in does not generate an intercept. Only once you declare, "I'm now attempting to conquer the thing."
the claim.
Yeah.
The claim, and this is all one space. You'd have to fight this. Like moving in here means you would just fight a battle.
Right. So the Dutch could
And
not
if
get
you
involved.
The
win-
Dutch could not get involved.
If you win the battle, you get the claim.
Sure.
If
sure.
this was a thing, and you were attempting to take this, if France declines to intercept, a French ally could intercept if they so chose.
So if the
but
Dutch
it's the
were around,
owning
yeah.
player's priority first.
Interesting. Okay.
One of the things in the last game is Austria and Bavaria did a lot of like you intercept for me kind of deals because that is a thing you can do.
So interceptors count as a defender.
Attacker.
Oh, okay. Okay.
You're attacking to defend your thing
Right.
as opposed to just
And the
defending.
defender has an advantage with the number of
Depends.
double the troops.
Defender gets double the troops. The attacker gets 2d6.
Okay.
So if
yeah.
they're close to even, the attacker usually has odds to win, but they have a 1 in 6 chance to just lose.
Yeah.
If it's disparity, then it depends on where the disparity in the cubes is.
Okay. I think I got it.
My current price for peace with Spain is 2 prestige and 4 debt. I will take it from all interested parties.
So you're asking for that from us to not declare peace with Spain?
To declare peace with Spain.
To declare
That is my
peace with
current
Spain.
price for peace with Spain.
Okay.
2 prestige and 4 debt.
Well, none of us want you to declare peace with Spain.
Except for
So-
Spain.
I want you to declare peace with Spain.
No.
Yeah? I need Spain to win.
No.
I absolutely need Spain to win.
No.
Yeah, I mean, I can't give up that kind of prestige.
Here's the thing. You also need Bavaria to win.
Yeah.
And I say no.
But you also want to win,
I don't need anyone to win, though.
right?
But
Well,
you'll take it
for
in
the
points
moment,
if
you
it
need
comes
me
down
to win.
Scoring.
Unless
You need
they
everyone to
decide,
win.
unless they decide to help you out on Liberty's track, you need me to win.
Yeah, if we don't all win, we're not
So
going by scoring.
what is your
and you win by
what is your
scoring.
price for peace?
The price for peace is at present 2 prestige and 4 debt. At present.
Dude, last game Spain got 6 debt just for not declaring peace on 1 turn.
Yeah,
I mean,
that's
that's nasty.
that's an equivalent price, is what he just said.
But if I were to give up all
On
that
1 turn. Like,
prestige-
he's saying that's
Well, here's
that's
the thing.
like
after
permanent
peace, you're guaranteed 1 prestige a turn for the rest of the game.
oh, I get free prestige from that?
Yeah,
Yes.
you don't roll any.
and you don't have to battle.
Oh, yeah.
You,
you mean sea battle?
It is fantastically good for you.
Yeah,
yeah.
Well, you're still fighting the French.
Right.
You're no longer
Assuming
fighting the
French
Dutch,
are fighting
and
the
you get 1
Spanish.
free prestige for the rest of the game. It is like you go down now to then gain more. The later you go, the less you're going to recover that prestige.
Until we run out of prestige.
Yeah, there's also a peace limited.
France, you are most not interested in that.
Yeah,
France
no.
and Sweden are
Well-
most not interested in that, but France has more bargaining chips than Sweden does. I know from experience.
On the other
Spain.
hand, if I go raging across Europe, that's prestige you're not getting from winning battles.
Oh yeah, we're all worried about the Dutch army.
Nah.
If
I'll
you-
take,
if you
so
end
out
up
of the
fighting
4
him
debt,
for a
I
turn,
will
I
take
think I'm
on
okay
one
with
of
it.
them if you want to
I don't
accept.
think
I
the
have
price
0
is
prestige.
necessarily
I have
fair.
like,
Yeah.
But I'll take one of the debt.
I'm concerned about the debt situation getting out of control early.
That's that.
And I feel like getting a prestige would make that worse for me.
Yeah.
I feel like I could spend the prestige, but not take too much debt. See what I mean?
I don't think it's been my experience that the Spanish don't have that much trouble with that. I mean, it seems like they do, but I think the Spanish
It's a new
actually.
game, Andy.
Well, here's the
Anything could
interesting
happen.
thing that happened in our last game. Didn't the Spanish reach their like limit, like the floor?
Yes.
They reached the floor on their debt, so they weren't getting any more debt.
But there's a maximum debt?
There's a maximum in interest.
There's a maximum gain. You can't
Yeah.
gain more.
They were down here at over 30.
Well, but they're
debt.
screwed at that point. I mean,
No.
victory-wise, aren't they?
No.
No, you just give.
What
the
happened
debt.
right at the end of the game on the last diplomacy phase, because I need Spain to win to be eligible to win as Austria.
Okay.
So what
He
happened
took
at
all
the end
the
of the game was we just mathed it out, and me and Spain, and I just we mathed it out. We exchanged prestige
Yeah.
before gaining debt, so I gained less debt because Spain couldn't gain any more than they were already gaining, to then reduce what I gained, and then I gave the prestige back, and then took debt, and we just evened it out, so we were both 1 debt under where we needed.
What I'm getting
to be.
at is that don't worry too much about that.
Okay. So
Yeah.
I think I said willing to take that. You're willing to take on one
I'll
debt.
take
I'll
on
take
one of
on
the
3.
debt. Yes.
Yeah, you're good for that deal.
Thank you.
Oh,
that's-
come on.
No?
Yeah.
Oh, Andy,
Don't listen to
stop
Andy.
whining.
He wins whether or not this happens.
Yeah.
So he doesn't care.
Yeah, I probably
Yeah.
shouldn't take his advice.
Andy just.
I care a little bit, but
Yeah.
All right, so now you're Mr. Prestige.
I'm not exactly sure what I would do to make the deal worse.
And
I
I'm
mean,
taking
I need
3.
one of
He's
those.
the
taking
French
1.
offered a ton of. Josh was a lot more pliable than you are.
So now we're
Joe.
permanently at peace?
Yes.
I instilled a lot
General
of
comes
fear
off the board.
in Josh.
Oh, okay, yeah,
He's
makes
like,
sense, makes
You're not
sense.
going to win
Also,
if this happens. And he was
You
like,
no longer
I'll
have
give
to
you
roll dice.
everything.
When the roll happens, you'll just gain a prestige.
He
The
took
Dutch
on
still
6
have to
debt
roll
and
against
like
their ships.
lost a bunch
They
of
will
troops.
still have to
and,
commit votes
yeah, it
every
was a
time.
Oh,
lot.
okay, okay.
But they don't have to worry about having a general, so their soldiers are now either boats or trade, negotiating tools.
Yeah.
All right, so
Oh,
did,
you get all
did
that
peace
trade
happen?
war boats.
Yep.
Peace happened.
Peace happened.
These have.
Peace
Okay,
broke out.
well,
Yep.
we haven't had peace like.
Well, that
not
was some
happen
80
yet.
years, wasn't it?
Well,
That's crazy.
It's an 80 years war. It's been like 50
last
years
game,
already.
last game we were able to do it for like 2 turns, and we just kept plowing both of them. Like we bribed the Dutch, we bribed the
But
Spanish.
he's no longer allowed to attack.
He can attack you
All
all
right,
day
well,
long.
great.
He, oh, but he
So-
Yeah,
can
I
go-
can't
that's-
go here
The
anymore.
That's-
Dutch just lose
couldn't go
their
there anyway.
general.
Spain
yeah.
and the Netherlands,
Yeah.
congrats on having a really boring game.
Yeah, well,
Yeah, that's,
Yep.
that is
I'll be the master puppet master.
So yeah. Okay. So Do either of you want? Are there any other deals people want to make? Do the
Well,
Unrest stuff
so
on
here,
that?
can you remind me of the rules surrounding if we do all achieve our victory conditions? What are the points awarded in the Netherlands for?
So the points.
Is it on the back of this thing?
It is on the back of
Yeah,
your
that's not the clearest thing
character
ever.
card.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, don't worry about that right now.
Well,
Well, the issue is that like people look at that a lot, and then it's
So the bigger issue is you get, if everybody wins, you get points for cooperating with people that you're working against in the
Yeah.
main
Here's
game.
the other thing.
Like if you're
no,
just
that's
playing
not what I
for
was
that,
asking. I was
it's a
asking
different
about taxes.
Yeah. Here's the other thing. During final scoring, if everyone meets their victory condition, Bavaria has won twice. So I have a feeling that Bavaria...
Wins the
well,
game.
the Dutch are definitely not going to win.
Great.
And Bavaria is likely to win. The Swedes also possibly. I know that with the Swedes, I was like...
Well, isn't the hope that
close
anyone
short.
could win?
The way the game plays out and what you score off of, the Dutch really don't. Like, it's not
Yeah.
feasible for them to get enough
Because they don't
points
have enough. So
in that situation.
Yeah, they don't have enough like territory. They don't like.
Yeah.
They're most likely to win. Or in the previous rules, they were most likely to win before the game, before everyone
wins
met their
scoring.
victory conditions. But unlikely if everyone does.
Not all people are evenly balanced on if
Yeah.
it goes to the final scoring. 100%.
So it's probably Bavaria because they have won twice, and the Swedes. I was Sweden last time, and I almost won. I was like a couple like points short.
Yeah. Spain and the Dutch are really in a bad position if it goes to the final. Everybody wins scoring.
So somewhat the trick of the game is you need to satisfy
And you and
your
I end
victory
up in the middle
conditions
in
first,
that.
but then you also want to make somebody
Yeah.
else not satisfy theirs.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I understand that's the intent.
Establishing the meta.
And so the idea is there's factions. There's the two easy to win. Like get their victory condition as long as someone loses, they're going to win. There's the two really easy to win if it goes to final scoring because everybody won.
Yeah.
And there's the two in the middle have a hard time doing either thing but end up squarely in the
I don't know
middle
that the
of
Dutch are
either
easy
thing.
to win anymore, but we'll see.
But yeah, well that's why we're playing.
Yeah.
But in general, that was the previous balance.
So the Dutch just got rid of debt.
Yeah.
yes, 4
I
debt
took
and they
four.
gained 2%.
I took 3 of it, and I took 1.
Really though? Come on, Austria.
Yeah.
Well, see, that's the
You're,
other-
you're Catholic. You're dealing with these friggin' godless sodomites
I was
over
dealing with
here.
the Spanish. The Spanish are my buddies.
It's true.
3 mercenaries for 2 debt. You can round out your army. You can get some prestige. 3 mercs for 2 debts, pretty good.
I don't know about that. I'm gonna
Alright.
get 6 more next time anyway.
You don't need. You have all the troops in the world.
Yeah, that's what I'm
Yeah,
saying.
you only lost
Yeah.
one Italy.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think I don't know. I probably need to see more how things go before I can make any other real good deals. But
All right.
you know, I mean, him taking on debt is fine with me. That's the one thing about that piece that is agreeable, at least.
I mean,
I prefer if the Dutch were fighting still.
So
I suppose.
here's what you need to concern yourself with. You need to concern yourself with. Nicely done. You need to concern yourself with everyone not meeting their victory condition,
Yeah, I understand.
which has been the issue the last 2 games. If so, you're concerned about like they just made peace, so that made it drastically easier for them to win.
Mhm.
So you are concerned about that. Because if you
yes,
don't
I
because
understand
if everyone meets the victory condition as we've established, it's far less likely for certain people to win.
So
Okay.
Dutch. I would like to make a deal with you. I would like to take one of your debt in exchange for 2 soldiers. So I take a debt, I take 2 of your
11
soldiers,
11 is
and
bad.
we swap turn order position. Which doesn't really matter to you because you don't have a military phase.
Does anybody want my turn order position? I'm pretty high up there.
2 soldiers for a debt.
And it's
Yep, there you go.
well,
Being high up in turn order is good, right?
Yes.
Somebody wants to take my debt for that, right?
Wouldn't help me.
Hmm?
Wouldn't help me. I really only care about France and myself here.
I just wanted to go after Sweden.
Well,
I
I could have
thought
done
you
that
were
with you.
actually
Come
doing
on, Jacob.
No, you couldn't have. You weren't after Sweden.
I will take a debt from you,
Sweden is second to last. The Dutch were the only people I could have
and I
traded
promise
with.
not to
to go
attack
after them.
this turn
I'm second.
for.
Right.
Oh,
This-
you wanted to go
after
later.
Sweden.
Okay, yeah.
Like specifically,
Okay.
Wait, I'd be
That
giving
was
you 1
the only-
prestige?
You give me a prestige. I would take one of your debt and not attack you this turn.
I can't seem that concerned about France's military situation right now. I mean, you have 2 things in your plate. I don't think I'm gonna take that.
Okay.
Does anybody want troops?
I'm at capacity. Any excess troops are lost, so going over capacity doesn't help.
What's capacity?
8 per general.
Dutch, you really need.
Wait. So
Green-
I'm up
green
to
dudes.
I'm up
I
to 10
might.
already.
Yeah.
Would you like
So you're
to
gonna
take
lose
on
2
a
unless
debt
you get rid of
9, because you lost one, so you have an
Or-
extra troop.
Right.
a green dude?
Okay.
No thanks. I'm good.
Because you only
Well,
lost
doesn't-
one to Italy.
Doesn't everyone have almost full? No, I guess France
No.
is.
And the Dutch aren't at full, and they still need them for boats.
They 100% need
Yeah.
troops.
You want a troop for a couple debt?
Well, I am making a better offer that he refused. So
No, I'm good.
But I'm Spain. Everyone wants Spain.
I love Spain. My inquisitors and your inquisitors are like buddy, and they're burning people
haps.
to stake
oh,
everywhere.
I hate the Haps so much.
Yep.
I hate the Haps. They're the
Yes,
worst.
it's hard, people.
I mean, I hate the Spanish, but I hate the Haps even more.
And yet you're on my team.
It's terrible.
Welcome to
I
the
liked it. Yeah.
Counter-Reformation.
No, I liked it better when I was the Swedes and the Dutch. I can't believe I'm Catholic. I lived enough of that already.
All right. So let's do the Sweden and France want to do Unrest. So you can do 0, 1, or 2 cards. For each card you choose, you will each sacrifice a unit. We'd resolve them one at a time as far as taking on the debt or not.
I think we're good on that for this turn.
Yeah.
Okay.
We should let it roll.
Any final deals before we end the phase? Now is when you must
Are
assign
you
armies
sure
to
that
generals.
nobody wants troops? I got.
Is the final step is choosing how many troops go with each general. If
Nobody
you
wants troops?
No, I'm
Are you sure?
capacity.
Current.
Dutch, you really want troops?
I think I don't right now. I think I'm good for now. Next turn I'll be at 3 boats. I'll have a 50% chance of rolling,
Okay.
not losing boats.
This
If
is
you
for
put
the,
put 4 in there, if you keep 4 in there
Go
every
for
time,
it.
you
HRE.
guarantee a pull.
I'm
This
aware.
is for the
I want you to
HRE.
go for that.
This is for HRE, and this is for the Netherlands up here. That's got them.
Yep.
All
So
right.
there's no.
So I lose
go-
this.
there's
I'm
no-
losing this.
2 troops for 1 debt?
2 troops for 1 debt. Yeah, I'll do that.
There you go.
Quite a deal.
Well, do you get
That
to
is
keep both
a
of them?
that is a bargain.
Yeah, he's 8 now.
Oh, yeah.
That is
That's
a
what they're
bargain,
worth at the
sir.
end of the
A
game.
That is
bargain.
a bargain.
Though situationally a bargain. Situationally, you overpay.
Okay, we're done, right?
Just depends.
Going on to the military phase.
All right, blue.
Great. Yep. This army's gonna do a.
Well, I was 1 over my
That's all
thing.
one. That's all one space.
That's you're still in Vermont there.
So it's all one space.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can
That's
head
all one.
into you can head to here or attack my army here. You can't make a torch wall because that's my home.
I think I'm gonna march. I think I'm gonna march over to the Rhinish Palatinate. Yeah.
I'm
Okay.
going to attempt to conquer it.
Well, does somebody now?
I can intercept.
You can intercept.
Because that's mine. Everything
yours.
without a disc is mine.
Right. Am I gonna attempt to conquer? Because I have to sacrifice 1 unit to do that.
If I don't intercept, you
If you
will
don't
sacrifice a unit to take it.
Yeah, I'm gonna try to take it.
Okay.
And then if you don't intercept, he can intercept as an ally.
Correct.
Interesting.
And you have 6 armies.
I have 6 armies.
6 plus 7 is 13. If I intercept, I will be the attack. 6 doubled is 12. Intercepting, I'll be at 8.
You need,
Plus 7 is 15. Which, so the odds are in my favor if I don't roll doubles.
right.
And here's the other thing. Remember, there are no negotiations or deals. I can't tell Andy that I would give him anything if he would choose to intercept. If I don't intercept,
Are
there
you-
can be 0 communication
you-
there.
Are you trying to do something without doing it right now?
No. I'm trying to use this as a good
'Cause-
example.
See how that's working out in the current political
Yeah.
environment?
I'm just using it as a good example. I think I'm probably going to intercept, so
Okay.
it would be mute. It's a good example of it.
Ukrainian Crisis is another game. I have it over there.
Ukrainian Crisis 1.
Which one? There's so many crises.
Sure.
Not the one you're talking about, but I do have
I'm going to
Ukrainian
attempt to
Crisis.
intercept the French.
Okay.
So,
I'm gonna refuse battle.
Okay, so you retreat, and that was that.
And that was that. All right,
Okay.
and now I do the next turn.
Yes, because you did not lose, you don't forfeit your other general turn.
Yeah, I'm gonna march over here so you can choose intercept.
You're at 7 armies. And
I'm
at
at
8.
7. Yes.
So that gives you 14 base, right?
Right.
Pretty good. And if I do not intercept you, sacrifice the unit and take one of those.
Right.
Presumably, you'd take one of those claims.
Well, he has to. He's declared. He's like he would. Well, usually, what you would do is mark like he's
Yeah, just
saying
put it on
he's
that one.
attacking
Yeah.
that one specifically.
It's largely irrelevant in the current state, but yeah.
Correct. It was a mixed area. Then it
You
matters.
could have avoided this for 1 prestige. Maybe.
Intercept.
Okay. And I
So-
will accept that battle.
All right.
So you're rolling.
Yep.
You have 8 plus 2d6. 15.
And I have 14. So
Nice.
that's
You
a win.
both lose 3
You'll
guys.
both lose 3.
Mm-hmm.
Unfortunate for me, but that's the price you pay. And then you gain a prestige.
Yep.
And you lose a prestige. Oh, but you don't have any.
Yep.
So boom.
Ah,
All right, and then I have to lick my wounds back here?
Yes.
Okay.
nice.
Very good.
Feel lucky there.
So France is done.
Playing the odds.
Bavaria, it is your turn.
All right. I'm not paid enough attention to Bavaria has done in the past.
Negotiate with Austria.
No public strategies for you yet? Oh, jeez.
Does Bavaria want claims at all?
Mm-hmm.
Yes, and it wants to re-Catholicize things.
So it seems like you can. Well, I guess you probably don't care as much about the Southern Catholic areas because of.
He can't attack my areas. We're buddies. He can only attack the Swedish or the French areas.
So he can't invade Franconia.
No,
Nope.
we're buddies.
Your buddy, but he didn't negotiate anything this
Yep.
time.
Yeah, we can negotiate where I can give him those because
Oh,
we're
I got
allies
you,
and I
I got
own
you.
them.
Yeah.
But for combat, he's attacking blue or white.
That makes sense. Yeah.
That's how that works.
All right.
Because he's on Team Pope.
France or Sweden. I don't want to fight.
You're to military phase, Andy.
Yeah, you're breaking the rules. It's really
I know.
sad.
I'm just saying, I don't want to fight.
It's nice of you.
It's not gonna work.
I lose these troops anyway if I don't use them.
So
So
they stick around for next turn.
yeah, but I'm gonna get more next turn, so
Okay.
I need to use at least 4. All right, I will. And I need prestige. I definitely need prestige. All right, so France. It's cold in Sweden, so I will.
What do you got over there? 7 troops?
I have 7 troops. Yes.
Hmm.
I like some of that Alsatian pie.
Terrible way to treat a dog.
I think.
Considering the way I was taking pie, that's awful.
I think I'm willing. I'm willing to risk. Now I don't have any prestige to lose. It seems like you're going to be aggressive anyway, and you could have a military blunder because I'm going to act as the defender. It's not an intercept, so I will accept battle.
Okay. Where are the dice?
Here you go, buddy.
So it's 7 to 6, 7 to 12.
Yeah, remember what Tom Russell in the rule said. It's good to roll doubles. Or at least it's helpful to remind you of the doubles. Doubles are a
Sure.
thing, Andy.
Yeah. Okay.
Doubles.
Yeah.
And I hope
If you
it's
say so.
sixes
If
as
you
well.
say so.
I really do.
No. 8.
No.
You each lose 2 guys.
Yes. And I think 8 plus 7 was enough to do it, so. Back I go.
Was 15. So yes. So Andy, you now sacrifice a guy and take the claim.
Here, obviously.
Boom. And your turn is done because you fought a battle.
Alsatian pie.
The Dutch. Happy military turn. Next up, Spain.
Yeah,
You could move your general to a different spot if you felt like it mattered.
I mean, I guess there's more stuff to take in Flanders. Yeah. I don't see that makes much difference.
That is
Not really.
building.
I'll go to Flanders. I'll let Flanders. And I just don't think the attack in the French is
You can't. Oh, that's right. No, you can because that's not the right
You
territory.
could.
right.
Yeah, but yeah, totally don't need to.
How would this work? So there would be 5 versus 8. Actually, I'm gonna risk it. Yeah, attack the bond.
Aggression.
Okay. And I can't retreat. I could.
You can't
could
retreat
go-
your home.
could
Your
go
home
Yeah.
here.
You can absolutely refuse battle.
Then I lose my claim.
Yep.
People have been rolling pretty well.
Yes, and that matters.
Well, yeah. Now I'm gonna retreat.
Okay. I'll lose a man's to.
Did I gain a prestige from that?
No.
Oh, did
Oh,
you
yeah,
lose?
you should have.
Yeah.
Did you lose a? Did you lose a unit?
He did.
I did.
He went down to 5, and then he lost one down to 4.
And no prestige from just making them
No.
go away. Okay.
I went from 4 debt to 2 debt, so solid Bavarian turn.
Sweden.
You're so rich over there. So little debt.
Let's see.
Fiscally responsible.
Go here and make a claim.
No. I will.
You should have seen when I was playing the Dutch.
I will accept.
When I was playing the Dutch, I was getting like 1 debt,
accept right
and I was
away.
giving that
Okay.
debt away at the end of the
You
turn.
gonna duke
I
it out?
will accept that
But
battle.
I didn't really realize
8 to
like,
8,
how
8 to 16.
unnecessary that was.
Yep,
I think
you
I had
have a
like
slight edge on the numbers.
Well, you're playing with the Nerf Dutch?
no, I was
3.
playing with the
3.
original.
Oh, okay.
This is the first game of the New
Lose
Balance.
1.
Yeah. I hadn't seen the New Balance rules. It's interesting.
You retreat.
And then you
I
gotta
get a prestige.
you're gonna spend the one.
I get
What
the
else do
claim.
they change?
The Bavarians have to keep any claims
sacrifice
that they
a
take.
Now that's the
Yeah.
the tolerance
You,
track
you
goes.
lost one in
oh,
the battle, and then
right,
you sacrificed
and the
one.
tolerance track goes up 1 because that's a
And that's the end of my turn.
Protestant successful claim. Okay.
Yep.
Okay. My turn. I'm going to go and attack Brandenburg. I'm going to attempt to get that claim. I have 7.
6, 7, 6 to 14 is an 8. I can lose that and you get a prestige. I will, if you're taking the Swedish claim,
When you get the Swedes, I'll take the filthy French.
proceed.
I get it?
Yep.
Boom.
And you spend 1 to claim it.
Yep. All right, and then I'll move to
I heard better of the Swedish army.
Pomerania, and I will attack the
Don't
Pomeranian
you?
claim.
You gonna keep going if you don't have a battle?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes.
So I'll intercept that one.
All right.
I see. Get the odds in your favor.
Okay.
All right.
So you are attacked. Oh, I can refuse battle. That's right.
Mhm.
I can just say no.
Sure can.
6 to 12, essentially.
Yeah. I will accept the battle. I have nothing to lose. Like
Yeah, a
you
lot
could
of people-
potentially gain a
except for
prestige.
units.
Yeah, the folks
Actually, wait,
without
no.
prestige.
I'm going to refuse the battle.
The folks without prestige really don't have that much to lose.
Except for face, Andy. It's not part of the game, but I've lost face.
Okay, we finished military. We
Well,
went
I mean, you
on
got that
to
baby face.
The new diplomacy turn.
Okay, diplomacy.
So, new initiative.
I feel like negotiating initiative order seems important.
Yes.
I'm
Yep.
surprised it didn't happen in your last
Well,
game.
we have 2 people that don't care, and unless they're in a position that someone else matters and have something to offer,
It's,
like
we've definitely done it in previous games.
Just heard otherwise reported. Oh yeah, he wants to trade that right away.
Okay.
I got drawn 5th last time.
Poor Spain.
So,
2 debt
Wow.
for position 1.
well, exactly. Now we need to get our new debt
Well, you don't care about
first.
these
Oh, yeah,
last,
okay.
do you?
So everybody acquire more
Not
debt.
especially.
I get 2
but
debt.
It would be nice to trade, but
Yeah.
I don't especially care.
I get 5.
Yeah, here, gotcha.
I'll think it.
Alright, so I'm at 6. That makes oh crap, 4 more.
Yeah, 4 more. Putting 1 in, taking a 5er.
Okay.
You need a 3 and a 1.
Yeah, that'd be great.
So, because peace has been declared, we can effectively continue moving forward before anything that matters happens. So everybody get their troops for the turn. And then the Dutch can assign any number that they want until there's a 6 in the box. Remember, since the rounding is up, even numbers are better than odd numbers for ships.
Alright, I will put 3 more in there, so I'll have 4.
Boom. All right. 4.
Oh yeah.
And I should have, so I should have 2 more.
2 more?
You get a 6 a turn, don't you? That's
Yes.
pretty good.
Yeah, well, I gotta.
He's got 2 armies to feed, so he's getting
Yeah,
3
but you know,
per
they're
general.
French army. So,
All right.
So,
Roll
a few
for
comments, friends. One thing I think that happened last
Napoleon
time
isn't
is
a
you
thing
sort
yet.
of split your armies up, which left you sort of weakish in both spots.
I mean, look at that baby face. Are you scared
So,
of
yeah.
that baby face?
Well, I mean, I had
Yeah,
7 and
you
6
sort of,
instead
you're
of 8
sort
and
of stuck
5.
in that. Yeah, but the 8s are you're up against 8s here and 8s down there.
Yeah.
So
You're saying the difference between 7 and 5 and 8 and 6?
yeah, the 8 is pretty
Okay.
strong when you start getting down.
Yeah.
Splitting things up is a little weaker, and now you're sort of boxed in.
Yeah, well. I guess Andy's cruising for a bruising.
Yeah, France has to break out of there. I don't see any other choice.
So do we want to do the Italy, Spain, the battle for Italy? Someone roll 2 dice.
I'm happy to give it back to you.
This is mandatory, right?
Yes.
Yeah. It's a 1.
So, first Spain, do you want to lose a troop or take a debt?
True.
I'll take a debt.
All right. Boom.
I'll give you back that claim for 2
Next
debt.
mandatory thing, Spain, you gain a prestige. This is specifically why I didn't accept the battle. There's only 1 prestige left to be had. So
Oh.
I'm letting you have it rather than fighting that battle and having it go to one
That
of
makes
us.
sense. I forgot the limited prestige. Yeah.
Yeah. So that was part of my why I rethought and refused battle was specifically for that.
Well, the Dutch have 4 prestige.
Yes.
All right.
Yeah, I gave him 2.
Roll for trade.
Nobody likes the Dutch that
So
much.
Dutch, roll. You need a 4 or less on you roll 1 die.
Oh, on 1 die. Alright.
Yeah.
1.
All right. So
2 cards.
2 cards. Alright.
Yep.
Do I get to look at both?
yes.
Alright.
Yep, and you can.
Ugh. Grabbing 2
Those are
cards.
yours.
Terrible.
So
Terrible.
You can buy 1 for 1.
now we have.
Do
at the
they
end of turn
wait? Do they
tax.
keep both cards?
Yes.
Yeah,
okay.
they get to.
Yeah.
The thing is, those help you win, so
They do, yes.
we
They
don't
do if
need-
he hands them out. Yes.
We don't necessarily want to give you stuff with them.
But they help you win as well.
Sophia didn't give him out until the end of the game last time, but I think that with the Dutch's current position, that's gonna need to happen.
All right. So then
You have
All right,
you have
Dutch
19
roll.
debt
All
right
right.
now.
So we have the unrest / any negotiations /
Meanwhile, Spain's hit the floor.
I think trading needs to happen.
Hit the floor?
Yeah, you can't get your interest rate is as high as it could be.
Oh, that's true. Yeah. No, it's not good.
Is it though? No, he's got a lot of prestige.
No, it's not as bad as it could be, but
No,
it's
I
it's
forgot
bad.
about
It's at the bottom of the chart.
Yeah, but it's still 6, not 9.
Well, okay.
Anyone want a card for a debt?
The card doesn't help you until the end of the game.
Yeah.
Is that
It
correct?
doesn't help you till end game scoring, correct?
Correct. Whereas the debt will put you over thresholds and force you to acquire more debt immediately.
That is true, yes.
Yeah.
I have
France, what do you wanna do
troops
about your-
available.
Poor situation.
France, I will give back that claim.
In exchange for what?
2 debt.
Well, that'll be putting me towards the floor.
Well, then you don't have to worry about it.
That's not true. Well, I guess I feel like what I need to do is figure out which way I want to focus my efforts. And if I do nothing and the HRE this turn, I don't know what's going to happen to you if both Bavaria and Austria are coming at you.
Well, you need me to win.
I know.
Would
And
you
what
take a couple
Catholicism?
debt for an agreement
What?
not
I like
to fight?
Catholicism.
And
You need to own all
Holland?
of the disc spaces in a Protestant area.
No, you can't fight me currently, so that's a terrible deal.
I can't fight you currently.
No.
So
And
Oh, yeah, that's right. Yeah, no,
Yeah.
it is a terrible deal. No, never mind.
Yeah, it's
By
more like
a-
if you want to
a
incentivize
Protestant
me
area
to
that's
put
an area that
maximum
is
troops down here
controlled by
and not
Protestants.
have a conflict in that theater, I'd be interested in
no, just
maybe doing
a
that.
yellow area on the
A
map.
yellow area.
But otherwise, I'm trying to decide whether I
Yellow
come
area
at
on the map.
coming
So,
full
Andy,
force up there
yes,
or go
I will
Right,
give
right.
you
here.
one
What
of
if
these
I were to
one
give
disc
you Brabant
areas
back?
to
What would that be
recatholicize
worth
this
you?
turn if you take 3 of my debt?
No.
As in, if
That
I
is,
went in there and
substantial
didn't
amount of debt.
contest
It is a
it.
substantial.
I think you have a lot. Just give it to you.
Oh, to just trade the claim.
Yeah, yeah.
But you're doing that so I don't attack. Is what you're saying?
Probably in some other consideration too. Yeah.
Well, if you're willing to do it just so I don't attack, I'm down with it. I don't know if I want to take on more debt because I'm racking it up, and I don't see any way to get prestige coming anytime soon.
Yeah, I see what you mean.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't think that's gonna work for me though.
Okay. What are your agenda items, Dave? Let's go around here.
Spain, how do you feel about
I mean, your
turn?
My
tolerance.
agenda would be
My what?
How do
your
you feel
tolerance
about
track
your
is
turn
looking
order
good.
position?
tolerance
it
is good,
doesn't
but
help me much
you
to
need more
advance.
claims?
I mean, would get in front of
Yeah.
France, I guess, but
want to get
immediately it
claims,
doesn't
and
really-
often
unless I trade it for
getting
something
you out
else.
here.
What I'm
Yeah.
asking is like,
for you actually
would you be
owning
willing to
claims
just
isn't
swap?
good. So at the end of the game, you can give me claims, but we got you bollocks up here.
Yeah.
just
You're
as
gonna
a
make an
non,
impact
like just
here.
a, I.
They've
you
got
and me
lots of
switch
armies
places
this
on the
turn.
order track.
Yeah,
You're
I
gonna
can
have
do
to go
that.
What's the,
there
Okay.
to do anything.
Well,
Now,
Why would you want to go last?
Yeah, no, but I'm not.
because he
You're
wants to
going
see what's
there.
I
happening.
want to be
Yeah,
after
I'm not-
France.
Yeah.
I'm not getting.
Yeah, I'm
I
down
want
with
anything-
Bavaria and France to take their turns.
Yeah,
first.
I'm down
Yeah,
for
he wants to
that.
see what
At
happens.
this
first.
point, I'm not
Yeah.
getting anything to do this attacking.
Like-
I mean, in the long run, it's useful.
Like it's not worth enough for me to pay for. So if you wanted to
Now,
keep
here
it
you
to
have
try
the
and
advantage
negotiate,
that you're
like, and
going
can get something
before-
for it, great.
I think it's fine for
in
that.
Bavaria at the moment. So if he moves, gets a claim, I intercept, then
Yeah.
you may get freed there. But
Yeah.
try to get Alsace back. But we're intercepting early, it seems, this game. So there aren't a lot of rampages going on.
France, I'm tired of Alsatian pie.
Mm-hmm.
Do that.
No, to me,
He offered
taking-
me up territory for 3 debt.
Me taking debt just to have you moved, it doesn't help me that much. Like, that doesn't... I mean, I need Sweden to win in the long term, but right now I'm just in a debt spiral. Like, anything where I take debt up is a bad idea as far as I can tell. Unless one of my other partners was doing worse than I am currently.
Well, you can talk to
Well,
the Dutch over
The
there.
Dutch over here have prestige and trading cards
Yeah.
and seems to be confident in their position because they're
The
only willing
you should be
they're
BFFs
only willing
with
to
the Dutch
trade
over
things.
there.
They're only willing to trade things by me taking more debt.
That is a poor Dutch friend.
I'm not currently conceiving.
Is there any territory for peace deal here?
Well, I don't know. Like peace with me means that you're not claiming any of those territories because it's all mine, unless you're attacking. Oh, I guess that you could attack.
Are you
Yellow.
ready for the annexation of Silesia?
So yeah, I mean, so basically, yeah. If so,
I'm
basically,
not sure
I
there
give
is.
you,
I'm just trying
I
to
give
think.
you a territory, and you don't attack this turn for the one territory that I give you. Is what you're saying? Is that what you're proposing?
I'm not sure. I'm just
No.
sounding that out.
Gotcha. So
You're fighting a
I'd be
two-front
willing to
war.
give you
I'm willing
a
to give you a card and 2
like
troops for 2
a
debt.
I'll do
cylinder
it.
placement
Cool.
of my
Yeah.
choice, and then you just don't attack, and you get. And I'd put your cylinder in a
Make change.
non-Catholic
Here you go.
area, so you're
I'll
defending
take one of these.
a
Is this
Protestant
public or
area
secret?
rather than a Catholic area.
That is
Since the Catholic
secret.
areas don't help you.
I mean, I'm
I'm pretty sure the Catholic
think
areas
it's
don't
secret.
help. I guess should double check that because at the end of the game you get to reduce debt by things.
Yeah, the Catholic areas don't
now
help
you can
me with
take
that
on 2 debt.
reduction.
Right, only the
I just took on
Protestant
2 debt.
areas. So I would
Wait,
give you
you
a cylinder.
got 2 debt?
I get to choose where,
Really,
but I
Joe?
guarantee
Come
that
on.
it's a
I got 2 debt
Protestant
and 2
area
troops.
that you get the cylinder in.
And a,
And then
and
it's
a guard.
contiguous with your current territory, so it provides a route of like
That
I don't
doesn't
put it
seem like a
here,
better
and
deal
I
than
force
I
you to
gave
not
you.
retreat.
Sure does.
So I get to choose, but it's contiguous
If you're gonna
with
have
your
to fight
current
me, I guess.
territory claimed,
I need him to lose debt anyway.
and it's a Protestant
some
area.
So basically, it's 1, 2.
Don't worry
3,
about the
4.
Dutch. The
But
Dutch are
could
going
also
to lose
double
debt.
up.
I literally have to worry about the Dutch.
One that
It
you
says it
already
on my
have.
card.
The Dutch will take care of themselves.
Because it's still a claim
That's what
as
they
far as
do.
it goes, and it's a
Yeah.
All
Protestant
right?
claim
They
as
won't
far
take
as
care of their slaves, but they'll take care of
yeah.
themselves.
Like, so
do I lose
realistically,
half
you'd be
my
looking
ships
at one of
regardless
those
of,
two.
uh,
Well,
Yes.
this one specifically.
So
The
2 ships
other
are
one
gone
in Brunswick.
automatically.
Which is why I keep saying you need
Here.
more
So I
troops.
give you
So
that.
it's-
I don't attack
in the
you.
bucket.
You don't attack me. So
I'd
all
say
your claims are
4
inviolate,
makes it
and all
pretty
my
good
claims
odds.
are
4 does
inviolate.
make it pretty good odds.
Four.
Five,
If
you
you
could
put
lose
4
You
in
could
there,
go
so
attack
Sophia did the
yellow,
math.
I
If you
could go
put 4
attack
in
blue,
there, you will 100%
but white
guarantee a
remains.
card pull every turn.
Is our
I'm gonna buy
Well, I have
some
two
well,
right
attack
now.
troops.
With you roll a 5 or 6.
Okay.
Does that
If
make
you
sense?
so the
I
way that she
recruit
did
2,
the
and
math,
I have 2
if,
right there, so.
if you do a
Yeah,
2, you will
is-
100% guarantee that
I will
you
do.
get
I will do a bigger deal if you
a
want.
card like
If you want to
good
make this
card,
more complicated,
meaning
to make
the
it
Portuguese card.
more
I forget the
even.
math, but I
I
told
will
her
You get a Portuguese
exchange-
card your first turn, the deck is reshuffled, you have to draw it again.
I forget exactly how the
And if you roll
The
5 or 6, you're not getting
Pomerania
anything.
well.
for 1 in Saxony.
I can look into the chat, but we did
and
the
then
math. And
give
I said,
you
well, you
one
need to
in
put
either
6 in there. She's
Saxony or
like, no,
Brunswick.
you only actually need
that
to put
way you
4.
have a contiguous
And if you put 4 in,
route to
you
attack
guarantee
yellow
that
if
you
you
have
want.
enough
We do not attack
pulls
each other.
to be able to
I
like.
currently have 2 ships down
for the
there,
whole
and I
military
recruit
phase.
rate
Does
of
that
2.
make sense?
I can look into the
So
math.
I will
That
not-
way if
so
you
I can
don't
look into the
really-
messaging.
All I'm saying,
escape
what-
route.
what math
You're not
corrects
generated
for I rolled a
not
5
being
or
able to
6?
retreat.
Nothing.
Or we can just
No.
do the peace deal.
Because you
without,
have,
like,
if you have a 5 or
swapping
6, you
where
just
things
don't get
are.
it, and then you lose half. So it's fine if there's like some odds thing you're playing, but
It is.
there's
Yeah.
a chance where you just don't.
I think it's not that you guarantee a thing. It's
well,
that
then don't
you.
say that.
Well, I have to look it up now because we spent like a night on this.
Yeah, I
On
remember
what?
seeing some chats about it.
On what?
On how many things you need to put in the C box to, I think it's to guarantee 3 card pulls because you needed 3 card pulls in order to win, to guarantee a win. And I think unless you're really unlucky, I forget. There was a lot of math that we did, and like we figured it out.
run that other deal by me again.
So the first one or the second one?
I get here.
So the first one is
I give this one up. I get mine there,
right.
and one elsewhere.
Yes.
I have a net gain of 1.
Yes. You have a net gain of 1. You do not attack any more of my claims for the military phase. I do not attack your claims for the military phase. We are neutral.
Does anybody want troops?
I might after this is
Yeah.
goes one way or the
Let's
other.
go.
Whereas the first deal is just I give you a territory, Protestant territory of my choice, and we just don't attack each other.
Yeah. Okay. I move this one here,
Yep.
and I get 1 there. You really
Yep.
want that.
Netherlands, you want
Yes.
troops.
15 the areas there.
So
I'm fine. I recruit 2, and I've got 2 guys in the box.
if you want it,
That's 4 next turn.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I lose half.
Why did you
That's
declare
what the
peace
turn
with
after.
Spain? Come on, don't be a
I
wuss.
remember all my conditions.
We're just
so
peace
after
loving
you
people.
place it,
I just wanted. I wanted the
what your
prestige in
victory
the early
conditions
game.
are.
Yeah, I always.
Gotcha.
Or to gain it by violence.
Alright,
One
I'm
of the
gonna put
2
this
Ds.
back
Spain, I'm
in.
disappointed in you.
Yeah, I'm not
Again,
living up to
again,
the.
dealing-
taxes.
Dealing with the Dutch.
I'm not living up to
Spain,
my
really?
to my Habsburg ancestors.
Apparently, the Dutch don't expect the Spanish Inquisition.
No, I really don't.
No, the Dutch expected it. That's why they're at peace.
Dutch and the Spanish in bed together. It's gross. Okay, so
I'll just take the 1 in.
nobody wants troops.
So 1 in Brunswick, and we don't attack
Yeah,
each other, and that's
I
it.
can
When-
take a couple, but I don't think I have
Brandenburg.
immediate use for them.
No, sorry.
Yeah, there's no
I'm going to
one
say
fight
Brunswick.
in the European
Oh,
theater.
oh.
Because it
Well,
still
you can
counts for
trade it
you,
to other people.
but it doesn't count against me. Is why I'm saying that.
Yeah.
Or Pomerania is also equally.
I have a question for you, Jacob.
Yes.
Now that all the prestige is out of the bank, is it exchanged in battles?
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
So in battles, it's always the loser loses 1, the winner gains 1.
Okay.
But the winner can only gain 1 now if the loser had 1 to lose.
Right. Got it.
Yeah.
I want to make sure that we have the right.
Because you only care about claims in
Yeah.
territory. I don't care about individual claims. I care about whole territories. So that's why I'm offering you to shore up Pomerania or Brunswick for the peace. Like you're
Do we
getting a
have
claim.
15 prestige?
It doesn't count against me, but it doesn't give me anything other than peace with you.
It's, 7,
Like I
3,
get
10,
no
14,
point
15,
benefit.
okay.
I just get peace out of it. and I'm giving you a point benefit, but I'm not taking a point loss.
Yeah. Yeah, let's do that.
Okay.
Sweden, do you want to what do you want to negotiate for me not heading up south?
What you gonna give me?
2 debt.
We'll take 2 of my debt.
No. I will give you 2 debt.
This is Andy being a good negotiator.
I will give you 2 debt to not attack you.
No.
It's a
Yeah.
great deal.
Andy, don't you want to? You gotta go
Great
do
deal.
some Catholicization over there, don't you?
Eventually, yeah.
Eventually, there's 2 more military phases. This one and 1 more.
Eventually.
We get debt after diplomacy.
You realize that Austria has
Okay.
to let me, like, win.
But only if I'm winning. If I'm not winning, then
You
I don't have to do
nothing.
anything.
And we can't know because it's got that secret card.
Yep. Yeah. If you're banking on me on the last diplomacy phase, if I can't possibly win, you're SOL. Be aware of that.
All right, Jacob. Good to know.
Remember, you're the tip of the spear, Andy.
Yeah.
I'm gonna be set on all sides.
I'm the hands.
Yeah.
Yeah. You're my unreliable ally. I have to keep the sword just over your neck, like.
I hate the haps.
So we get debt after diplomacy phase or before?
At the start. It's the second thing that happens after
Yeah,
the.
it's the areas.
So you should have already gotten your debt for the turn.
Oh, I'm sorry. I should have 3 more then.
Oh,
Yeah.
Sweden, do we really have to fight?
Not as far as I'm concerned at the moment, anyway.
All right, take 1 debt then.
No, I'm not taking your damn debt.
Yeah.
Andy, are you playing the same game everyone else is?
It's worth a shot.
Okay, so we've made peace.
Are
for
we
this
are we
turn. I
adjudicated
think
for this
we're-
round?
Yeah.
Any other diplomacy?
Do we want to do any unrest? I don't think we need to, huh?
Does anyone want my turn order?
No.
No.
Okay.
I traded to go last.
Yeah.
Valid, yeah.
I think last is better, generally speaking.
It depends.
Sure, it always depends.
Yeah.
We don't want to do any. The way I see it, there's no reason to do unrest unless someone's in some serious problems.
Let's see if he comes.
Well, I guess we could bait him into lowering the tolerance track. Would be the idea.
We could see what happens with the tolerance track.
If it's a tolerance card.
Oh, because it
Do
can
you
be
want
on
to
Liberty's
switch?
card,
Do you
too?
want to go earlier in the turn? Or do you wanna go
No,
later?
I don't. I want to watch Andy move away and try to do something.
So yeah, it says either liberties or tolerance and tells you the debt. But flipping just 1 card, you have like a 50-50 of getting, if you only want 1 track.
Yeah, but also if we just pass it up, then it gives you the option.
Right.
So all we're doing is losing potential VPs for.
You're using
everyone
soldiers for
Austria,
the debt. Because you have to pay you each lose a soldier for each card that's flipped.
Oh, that's right. Okay.
Like that's the thing that you're
Yeah.
giving up is you're paying soldiers to see if I take
Well, I
that.
certainly can't afford to give up soldiers right now.
Yeah.
Are you doing any attacking?
Austria,
this
let's just move liberties to 6.
So we are at peace, but he and Andy are still at war.
Yeah, I understand. Are you doing any? Are you planning on doing any attacking?
Sort of depends what Andy does this turn.
Right.
Right now,
Just
it would
But
be
you're going
Balls
with
out.
Andy currently.
Yeah.
it would be a little difficult for me to do anything at the moment.
Well, yeah, and I know that you enjoy those units, but if you were to give me one, that would give me all the more reason to step out and try to make something happen because I'd be full capacity then.
Right, and well, I think you ought to just go for 8 down there, and
Well,
he's only got 6.
that's true. When he gets to 12, if you give me one, I will promise that the first of my 2 military actions will be in the Southern Theater or in the HRE.
But what
I
actions
almost
do you
rather-
have besides attacking Alsace?
What's that?
Can you do anything in the HRE besides attack Alsace?
No, but if I go up here and fail first, I don't get my second turn.
Fair enough, you know.
Yeah.
And the bigger thing is because he has you can't gain any prestige by beating him, and he can't lose any by losing. All he can do is whittle your troops down.
Right.
Which is what I
With
want to
no
do because
cost
you're getting
to
2
him.
and I'm getting 6.
Yeah, it costs him nothing to just annihilate.
But it's
your
always a
army
risk
by-
because I could lose my second turn.
All right,
If
are
you
we
don't,
still in
Yeah.
diplomacy?
if you don't
Yes.
plan on attacking,
We're at the
and
very
you
end
give
of
me that
diplomacy.
one.
These are the final.
Does anybody want to?
'Cause I gotta get something going.
And 2 debt.
You've got to get something going.
Yeah.
No
One
doubt
prestige for 2
about
debt?
that.
1 prestige.
And if you're not
2
planning
debt.
on attacking, I feel like 7.
No. One prestige
Pretty
doesn't
good.
compensate
14 is
for
pretty
2
good for
debt.
defense.
I'll do it.
There you go, sir.
I'm 80 prestige. Everyone has prestige.
Oh, yeah, because that puts you up to 8, which matters.
Yeah,
Let's
which
see,
might
you
might
get
make a
one,
difference.
and you'll go HRE first.
Yep.
And do some damage.
Well,
You're gonna put 8 on that army.
I'm putting 8 on that army. It's a guarantee.
Oh man.
All right. So be it. I guess I don't have to do too much thinking here. Okay.
All right. Everybody done?
Done.
All right.
Done.
Shift it to the military. We are halfway done with this game.
Dutch Seabox. That's looking good.
All right. So the Dutch are done. Sweden.
Sweden.
Yeah.
That's
Because my army is there, you have to go around. But other than
Yeah.
that,
Okay.
I'm just going there, and that's all I'm doing.
Very nice. Oh, because that's going to be potential to recathol. Oh no, you're not recatholicizing. He's recatholicizing.
So you're not capturing anything, just going to Brunswick?
we declared peace with each other.
All right, Andy.
He can only attack.
It's
the
your big
other
moment.
this turn. Like I gave him
Andy's
territory,
up.
and we're not at war for 1 turn.
Interesting.
I will attack and halt.
You wish to intercept.
8 to 7, 7. Have at it.
All right. Spend a troop.
Is it now recatholicized?
Nope. It has to be still owned by Andy at the start of his next military turn.
Gotcha.
Spain. How's that looking?
Well, I can
You
keep
you want to
going.
move your
Yeah.
general?
I was like,
Yeah.
Bavaria can keep
I
going.
can keep going.
Oh,
He didn't fight a battle.
yeah, that's true. Sorry, I keep forgetting that.
So my chances against France are not great. Not that I'm attacking France. I'm saying my chances against France are not great. What do I if I don't have troops?
You can't attack France.
I'm not attacking France. I'm saying you're going to
Oh, you
attack
can.
me.
You can, I suppose.
Yes, but
Yeah.
so if I don't have troops, what happens? I lose territory, or
Yeah, like he'd be going for your territory,
right?
and if you intercept, then if you win the battle, you save the territory. If you lose, you still lose it, but his turn's over. If you don't have troops, then you can't intercept, and he just gets to take as much territory as he wants to sacrifice pawns for. Until I decide to intercept it.
That's bad. All right, I'm good.
Okay. Next up is Spaniards. Spania.
Alright. I'm moving my general. Deciding march to Flanders.
Yay.
Right.
France, the big boy.
Well, we had an agreement. Intercept.
Can you intercept from there?
Yes,
Yeah.
you can, because you can intercept from anywhere. Intercepting is
They're
a
allied, so
teleport.
open spaces.
You
are
need
friendly
you need
to him.
friendly areas, which they do have.
Yeah, all the empty spaces are mine. I own most of the board.
Well, theoretically, it's your
It's my territory.
Your territory?
You parasitic bastards.
Your empire.
Yeah.
Is it an empire?
Is
It
it
is.
holy?
Is it Roman? Is it black? Is it white? Is it darker than the night?
I take a stand.
You intercept?
Yes.
Alright, vote.
Okay.
Interception. Do you wish to refuse battle, France, or will you defend your position against the Bavarians?
Do you really want to like?
So that's 16. He's got 7.
So he's
7 to
14.
16.
You have okay odds.
He needs to roll a 10 or better. And if he rolls doubles, he's screwed.
Yeah, I think I definitely have to fight him. I don't see what else I can do.
Yeah.
Besides bait him out here. Come at me.
Come at me, bro.
Roll the doubles.
No, but he still loses. Both sides lose 1 troop.
Boop. Boop. And will I spend 1? Of course I will. Here's another one for you.
When you get to retreat to a friendly space. Oh, you intercepted, so it has to go to an adjacent one, correct?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Adjacent friendly.
Swabia. Got it. Okay, and then next up here, we're just gonna go right back to where we started.
How could you? Yeah, I will not intercept.
Very well. I will pay this, and I will go 1 more.
Oh, sure. We need to do something about this liberties and tolerance. Come on now.
I guess I'm attacking this one.
Hmm.
I mean, the French are Catholic.
Jeez.
They're on Team Austria.
Yeah, but I need the liberties greater than the tolerance.
Yeah. Well, I have a bunch of debt I need to get rid of.
But no one can really afford to take on more debt, right?
Andy is Andy's looking at being at negative debt at the end of the game.
Can
right
we
now.
can we not talk about
So he sucks?
my fiscal responsibility right now?
I have an interception.
Yeah.
Okay.
Spain has 6. France has 7. So 6 to 14.
Wait a second, that's not great.
That's not a good.
Okay, I don't intercept. Sorry,
Okay.
I did not count that
All
right.
right. I am spinning another one to get this claim here.
Yep.
Dare I go one more?
There you go.
Dare I go one more? I could just go attack him, I suppose.
Mm-hmm.
You either go at, well,
Then I just gotta roll doubles to lose.
Good for you.
or you can go one more.
One more.
You got, each have 6.
Yep. I'll go one more.
So you're at 6. I would need.
6
Okay.
on 12.
Now I'll intercept.
Very well.
You
And
can
I
accept
could-
France?
Now I don't lose my other claim if I
Nope.
retreat here, do I? Okay.
Spain has to have a turn to take it.
Now 12 to 7 plus 7, 14. So its odds are he'll get me. But if he blunders, he might lose a prestige. So I'm willing to take the risk because I'm going to get a lot of reinforcements. So here you go.
You each lose 1 troop
And I
Spain.
retreat here or just here?
there.
There.
Okay. Very
Different territory.
good. Yeah, very good. And
That's it.
that's it.
This is 1.
We are rolling a lot of 6 1s. Notice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
Very well. Okay, that's my
better
turn.
than. So last time we played, I was rolling 5 4s.
Oh,
Freaking
yeah,
like
that's
losing
brutal.
4 of my troops as Austria, where I only get 1 a turn.
Hey, tell you what, you
Sucked.
should just do something really clever and roll a couple boxcars right quick.
Do you?
Okay, so France is down.
So amusingly,
Yeah,
the
it's
last
all
2
true.
games that we played, everyone would meet their victory condition if doubles were rolled.
Oh, on the
Both-
fluctuation?
Both times, doubles were rolled.
Oh, yeah.
If doubles weren't rolled
You're
in
up,
either
sure.
situation, everyone wouldn't have won.
No, that's the kind of dream you live for. So that story just keeps
Yeah.
on. Tell
So
'em.
I will.
It was like, okay, this isn't gonna happen. They have to roll 1 or doubles. It's not gonna happen, and it happened both times.
I hedged bets. I would have actually won if people had rolled doubles.
Tell you what, Andy, I'm going to come over here and I'll stand on your territory. I will help you out.
It's in your best interest to help me out. You're saying it like it's.
Right.
You're a terrible ally.
You're a terrible ally,
That's no doubt, man.
but I'm in the position to be the one to force you to do things. So
Yeah.
Is that it for military?
that is it for military.
Yep.
Here's a hot take.
Right.
Andy's subtle psychology actually screams for that kind of interaction.
Yeah.
Okay.
Someone box me a submission, please.
Okay.
So first off,
So this is the
initiative.
diplomacy before the last military.
Yep, we only have 1 more military phase, and then this diplomacy phase plus 1 more, and then we're done.
Wow.
Like this is not if everybody's on the ball, this is not a long game,
Yeah. Yeah.
which is neat.
Well, we're supposed to be arguing for like a 38-minute period of every time.
Right.
Yeah.
Well,
No,
there's
it's
still
happened
plenty of
before.
arguments yet to happen.
that last
yeah,
diplomacy
fair enough.
phase is. Oh yeah.
I mean,
I'll make it
the
easy
Spanish
for
and
you.
the Dutch going early on. We had a lot of arguments last time about the Spanish-Dutch peace. And
Yeah.
that didn't happen.
Yeah, there were a lot of like.
That went on.
It seems like even with the Dutch pressure from troops, it'd be difficult to.
Oh yeah. So now
To fight the
everybody
Dutch and
take
French.
new debt, and then we'll get to the point where if deals need.
There was also a lot of negotiation for.
I love that.
I get 2.
I get 6.
I only get
Nice,
5.
three.
That's pretty good.
I need a 1.
One.
I need 2 1s because.
Alright. I hit the wall. Oh no, wait, I haven't hit the wall yet.
He's still getting 5. This is not looking
I'm not hitting
good.
the wall yet.
This is not looking good.
Yeah, the rules mention that Austria's interest is greater than her national income at this point.
Yeah.
Or Spain's, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. So now, if we want to do more of the recruitment, everybody gets their troops, and the Dutch can also. How many do you get?
2, and they're going right into the sea
Okay.
where they belong.
Okay, I get 2 as well.
I got my 1. I got a full army stack, guys.
I think everyone has full enemy stacks.
Yeah.
Not quite.
No.
Well, I got troops to trade if someone's in dire need. So
Yeah, you don't want to sell me something, that'd be good.
I might. I mean, considering if you have prestige to give.
Yeah, I don't know that.
I mean, that's a thing.
Yeah, there isn't a lot of trading for prestige either, I've noticed.
Well, there needs to be, but no one wants to give up their prestige.
Well, I mean,
I give up my
I'm hoarding
prestige.
prestige over
To
here,
who?
but
To him.
I'll give you 2 troops for prestige.
I absolutely
you
give
can
up my
only have,
prestige.
you can only have one.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Then 1 troop per.
He needs, nah, you'll need to take debt from him if he's giving you anything, is my guess.
yeah, 8 prestige for 1 troop. No, not really.
You're
I
over.
remember-
You're.
Well, I'll have to see if
I had 5. I had 5 prestige as the Dutch, which I thought was impressive.
Never mind. Italy goes first, then we roll for.
Do we reestablish turn order? We didn't do that yet, did we?
We
No,
did.
we
Yeah,
did.
yes, that is the
Yeah.
new.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
So we just did recruitment. Roll for Italy.
Yeah.
Do we want to make any negotiations first? Spain and France.
You know,
You have units to spare, don't you?
I have units to spare.
Usually, you want to see what the die roll is before.
Okay, why not
doing
see
it.
that?
Like, why not see? So roll the 2 dice.
What is this for?
Italy.
War in Italy? Oh, yeah.
Yeah. 3.
3. Oh, okay, so maybe we don't have units to
Oh,
spare.
reroll doubles.
Thank God.
Yeah.
Come on, 1.
3. Because it's
3 it
4
is.
3.
Alright,
So
so I'll
3
take 1 from
troops.
each from now. There you go.
Alright.
I'm not taking any more debt. I'll just be
So
dead.
3
I'll take
troops
debt.
to 3 dead.
I can't
lose
split them.
3.
You
No, it says
cannot.
or.
One or the other.
Yeah.
Oh, you know you gotta give up the troops, man.
I think I do.
You want to
yeah.
give those 2 claims to him.
Can you trade claims with the Dutch?
Sure you
Yeah.
can. Why
Oh,
wouldn't
and then I can't take them back, right?
Oh.
The only
He's
thing you
at
can't
peace.
trade is your home claim.
Oh,
He's at
yeah.
peace.
Yeah.
Messed up.
And they count for your victory conditions.
Oh,
It's his.
hey.
Yeah. Well, do you wanna claim?
Yeah, I'll take a claim.
Okay. Which one do you? I mean,
2 claims.
Yeah,
you
yeah.
can have both.
Yeah, you can
Or-
just cement them forever. That's true.
You can give them back to me if you want.
I don't think that's.
Crap. Okay, yeah, I'm still gonna give up.
I see. Yeah, that needs to be a vehicle. That makes
I'll
sense.
give
But
you a
the
claim
Dutch
for.
can also negotiate
I'll
with
give you
the
a claim for
Spanish,
prestige.
like,
Yeah, I
to
don't think
recover
that
those
does split the
claims
thanks.
through diplomacy
All right.
as opposed to war. Like,
But that's not in the
crap.
Dutch's complete.
How are you doing on debt, Austria?
No,
You're
but it
not
is
doing
against
great.
me theoretically.
Yeah.
If I'm not willing to.
Austria, what are you at?
Yeah.
28 debt over there?
I am at 28.
That's I forgot you could trade claims. I thought they weren't allowed to put
I'm
more
about
out.
to
My
hit the
sense
floor.
is we're doing
What?
pretty
I'm
poorly
about to hit
now.
the floor, and I have
Yeah, I
0
know.
prestige.
Yeah, that's bad, but I'm in a bad debt situation
I would
too.
say you've been doing too much up there.
Um,
This is your last chance to get.
Well, but
If
why?
you want to get the 4th
But,
claim.
but
my
why
apologies,
wouldn't
I
I
should have gotten
do that stuff
another-
up there? I mean, I haven't. Besides the
Yeah.
first turn, I've done
Yeah.
everything full.
Yeah,
full
yeah,
tilt, full tilt,
yeah.
and I will. If you have a troop to spare, again, I would take it in the exchange for acting first down here, because
I'll lose
it
the
just gives me
troops.
that much better chances. And you have one to spare.
Stupid jelly.
So,
Or we could go.
if we want the next roll
You don't
to
have
Spain
a
gets a
troop to spare
prestige,
now.
but there's no prestige.
I could
had,
take
so-
that
Oh, I
He's
can
also
trade a
got 4
prestige
armies
away, right?
right now.
Yeah.
Right.
You could trade a
Well,
prestige
no, but then you
away
still
from
wouldn't
your-
gain
That's
one.
true.
What?
There's none to gain.
Oh yeah, that's true. Yeah.
Like,
because-
there are no more
yeah,
prestige
there's
to be
no-
gained. You
yeah.
can trade them away, but there's
But
no
still,
more
what you
token.
have nothing
Oh,
to do
so
with the
that'd
extra
be
one
really
anyway,
worthless
though,
for
right?
me.
You
Yeah,
can't hold
gain
the
one
extra
more
one
debt
anyway.
during the
Yeah.
last
So if you
diplomacy
give it to me, that'd be appreciated.
Yeah, I'm not
The
gonna
other
do
thing we
that.
could do is consider
I don't see
doing
any point in
it.
You
doing
should be doling out that prestige more than you are.
Oh, just
To
for
the
Well-
troops in debt.
Okay, fair enough, but anybody want to take...
But the thing is, if it comes
So-
to it,
Like you
Generally
don't,
speaking,
like,
those
what
cards
that's
being
what
in
you
the
should
deck
be doing.
is
Is like
better
you should be
for
because
us.
you're decreasing the value.
They're
of
VP
prestige.
for us in that.
because none of us care
No,
to
they're.
have like we
Yeah.
we don't
they're
have
for
prestige.
No,
you make a good
Yeah.
point. You make a
So
good point.
what I would like to
Austria.
do
No.
But that's the final
is
scoring.
make a
thing.
deal
I wouldn't
with
worry
you.
about
Yeah.
final.
Probably not. But
I
all things
want
being considered, unless we
3
have a
of your
good reason why we're
prestige.
drawing the cards.
which means you are going to
Well, the work-
take one more
Hopefully
debt.
we're
Right,
tolerant.
so I'd be at the second tier there.
Right.
Second to last tier.
I would be up at
If we get
the.
one.
But the
Actually,
other problem is
what I
you
really
spend
wanna
a
do
unit, but
is
you
I don't
still
want
have
to do this
you
now.
have to be willing to take on
Being able to
debt.
fight over here with 0 prestige
And I
is
don't-
good.
I'm-
At the
okay.
start of the
I'm
next
having some problems
diplomacy
with that,
phase,
yeah.
Because nobody wants to do
before
any deals with me.
debt
of
is
course.
passed
Yeah.
out,
Yeah.
before either of us accumulates debt, we need to
But
shift
you need to get
prestige.
some
I'm down.
to debt.
Yeah.
that makes
Well, do you
sense.
want to give me
Yeah.
that troop since
Yeah.
if we're not going to do a card this turn?
Okay, so we'll make that deal with next
Yes.
diplomacy round. Last diplomacy round. Yeah.
Because I can
It would help.
take less overall debt total than what the extra one that you take, and like cumulatively between the two of us, we will have like 1 or 2 less debt by just shifting things.
Okay.
And so ideally we have 2 less debt, and then we shift it back, and then we
So
each
I
end
wanna
up
point
minus
out
1,
that,
where we would have been
I don't know what
otherwise.
deal they're going to
Like,
make
and so
here.
they
This
both-
is their last chance to re-Catholicize.
Yep. Correct.
I like how in the previous games all of the things have been recatholicized, and in
Yeah.
this game I haven't
Yeah.
recatholicized at all.
Because Bavaria
So-
was directly making deals
Yeah.
with me.
I
Like,
would make-
and you're like,
I
just
would
take
make a
my debt when I'm already
priority
like in the
one
negative
Bavarian
debt
area, since
to do it. I'm
Bavaria
like,
goes
no,
after us,
you
so
need
he
to
can't
take my
recatholic-
debt.
He
I'll
can't
do it now.
recatholicize until
Alright.
here.
So,
Well, no, but he only recatholicizes if he holds it at the start of this turn.
right.
So the
Yeah.
the max he's going to get is that 1.
No, but he can still do diplomacy.
Yeah,
And
we can,
he's going to give him
territory
all sorts of territory
Yeah.
here still. Just as
to
a gift.
recatholicize. Yeah.
that
Well,
he
we're
can
going to
then
trade.
recatholicize.
Andy needs to take a little of my debt.
We'll take a little of your debt.
So what's your
So
point?
I'm at 28.
Just to
So for 2
be
debt, I
aware
will
of that
give
and
you
to keep
a
them
1
intolerant. Right now, they're
disc
sort of
territory to
tolerance problems
recatholicize,
here.
just straight across.
We want to keep it that way. So
it's
we want to
1 debt
minimize his
per
ability
territory.
to
Incorrect.
recatholicize.
1 debt is meaningless.
Oh, 'cause
In
it goes
addition to
down.
taking territory.
1 debt per territory.
It sort of
No.
depends
No.
what deal they
Hell no.
work out.
Not even close now.
Why don't we just wait to
Is
see
anybody
what
in the market
gap
for
looks
prestige?
like? and
I
I'll
mean,
give
'cause
this
I
to
do have
you
some
and-
to sell.
I heard
I can trade you soldiers or a card for prestige.
Is it?
What do the cards do?
The cards pay off debt at the end of
Yeah,
game.
it's a like whatever the
But
number.
they're good for you too. To give out cards.
They're good for me as well. Yeah.
Yeah.
They reduce his debt
So
in equal
recatholicized
proportion
regions
to what
just
they
can't be
reduce your
taken away.
debt.
Okay, and they're like 1 to 3 or
Recathol-
something.
Right.
They
We
are
can't,
one
you
to
can't
four.
give him
Okay.
a lot.
Plus they're double.
Yeah.
You get 1 for the disc and 1 for the
I'll need to see
yeah,
if I get
they're
a card,
double
so
scoring for
first,
you in eliminating
I don't
debt.
know when that's
I mean,
rolled,
but here's
when
the
we
thing.
roll
I
to
just
see
need
if I get a
liberty,
card.
liberty's
Uh,
tolerance.
we didn't do
Planes
roll
plus
for
liberty's
goals yet.
greater
Well,
than
there's no
debt.
more
So
prestige
keeping my
to it.
debt
Right, so we're
low.
above
Yeah.
it.
So you are
If I keep my
at
debt
full
low, I
trade.
don't
All
have
right,
to
yeah,
get
let me
that.
see.
Yeah, let's go ahead and
Yeah,
do
But
that.
I
let's
need
see.
the liberties to be low as well as you to win.
Or doubles?
Like
Does
I need
that
the
still
combined
work?
value. Of
I think
both
you're supposed to
tracks
just
be
roll
less
Well,
than
1
me.
die.
Oh, okay.
So
yeah,
right
that's a
now
two.
I have
Well, I
3
guess that's 2,
flames.
yeah.
Yeah.
So
I'm going to recatholize
Yeah,
one
yeah,
thing. That's
so you get
4
2 cards.
flames,
I get 2 cards? Yeah.
right?
No,
So,
you
yeah,
have 3 claims. The recatholization marker is not a
It's
claim.
not worth it
but
for
it just
one
eliminates a
prestige
debt.
unless you can take a little
Okay.
bit of debt.
It's debt elimination. Is
Yeah,
what
that's
I
what I mean.
can't,
Yeah.
but I can
So,
tell you these
4.
cards are these 2 cards
So
are
if I
very
have-
spicy and good.
13 now.
Very spicy.
Very spicy.
That's spicy. That's good. I like spicy.
So if
With
if
4
you can give me
claims.
if you can give me a prestige,
What do I
can
need?
give
So
you
you gain
something
another
that's well
claim.
worth your while.
So now we only go to final scoring if everybody's
you
met
get-
their goals, right?
No, we automatically do check for debt.
So
based
if
on
I
cards.
lose,
Yeah, yeah,
wait,
okay,
if I
look at
take
the back
on
of
2
this.
debt,
This happens
and
in
then
the last
I
phase.
gain a
You
region
go
and I
through-
step.
yeah.
I can
Oh,
recatholize
okay.
as
There's a whole
many
sequence
regions
of things
as I
that'll happen.
want or just-
Yeah.
As many as that you control. Like,
So if I
And the chances
so it
are
would
we're going
be
to get more
neutral.
debt at the end of the
Revenue
game.
neutral if I do that.
well, no, it wouldn't be never new
Because we
neutral
might get
because
just
you're
randomly
at
between
8.
1 and 6
That
debt.
takes you to 10. You stay
I'll
on
only
the
do it if
same
you take
row.
one debt. Sorry.
If
But
I
it-
I will take one
Right,
debt.
but
Okay.
it drops me
So
down.
one debt
a
and a
card.
card.
So it
Yeah,
doesn't
one
change
debt and a
your
card.
new
Yeah,
debt,
there you
your
go.
interest, but
Okay.
it changes my interest. That's why the math works out that way.
Okay. Why, Sweden? Why do I have one of your?
You just had it for the since the first turn or something.
So
Just your territorial ambitions.
Yeah, that's right.
I just it was my
So
victory
many-
prize.
These 2 guys.
It was
So
my
many ambitions. Can you
what was it was my what do they call that in PAX? My grudge pile.
Oh yes, you're good.
Yeah.
You're good
So-
to go.
I would give you 2 debt, leaving you on the 10 row. So you're accumulating 3 as opposed to 4 or 5. You get a thing and a thing, so you end up getting no additional interest and recatholicizing an area and getting a claim on the board. And we can put it over here in Moravia where it's going to be
Are
safe.
you attacking anyone?
Probably. I have 8 soldiers. It depends
Okay,
on
I'm
how the
saying
rest of
because
this
I
goes.
could take some soldiers to attack to gain more territory.
Well, you already
so-
have more soldiers than you can use.
Well,
You're going to
yes.
lose 2 of those before
Fine.
the military phase.
Okay, fine.
So, 2 debt. Put that there. So then they don't have a retreat path if they want to come take it. You'll get to recatholicize it. And that does a thing. So now you have 2 extra troops. I will give you another territory.
For those 2 troops.
I'm trying to give me just a second to figure out what the right math on this is. Would you be willing to go down below 8? Let me know that up front before I math things out.
No, because I also need troops to be able to conquer more territory.
Gotcha.
Cardin two
And I may actually trade that to some people that may need that.
Cardin 2 troops for 2 debt.
Pretty good deal.
So you're gonna give me a card
And 2 troops.
and 2 troops.
And you take on 2 debt.
It's the same deal he made me. I said yes. You want to be better than me or something? You don't want to try to prove you're better than me.
I need at least a 3 card.
I can promise you that.
Okay.
So Andy, I'll happily give you a territory for 4 extra troops. Like, no doubt.
I need 2 territories for 4 troops.
I'll give you a territory and take one of your debt for 4 troops.
So if you were to give him Württemberg, that would be recatholicized when he rolls
Yes.
around to the military.
Yeah.
Oh, that's pretty good. Yeah.
I want 2 territories.
If Andy controls it at the beginning of his
Right.
military
Assuming
phase.
the Sweden.
But we
territory.
can't just march all the way. Can we march across these empty territories?
Yeah, you just can't retreat across them.
You can't retreat across them, so there's a risk there.
Yeah, that's why I put this here.
Yeah, I
you don't
understand.
have a retreat.
I
But
wasn't
it's
sure if
absolutely
we were allowed to
legal.
march across non-friendly areas or not.
Yes, absolutely. Anybody can march anywhere. The only thing that stops you is a general.
Right.
Interesting.
And even if they refuse battle, you're still done.
You say you were going to take a debt?
I would take a debt and give you a territory for 4 troops. And then give you a 1-disc territory so you can re-Catholicize it. I guess I should say that explicitly because otherwise I don't have to give you a 1.
Does anyone want these troops for a better deal? More debt?
Could definitely use some troops.
You could definitely use some troops.
Would you take 4 troops for prestige?
I need prestige.
Give Andy prestige to lose, please.
I don't really need prestige.
Prestige is pretty much all I got to offer right now. Unless say you want some Netherlands territory. I don't think you-
I'll negotiate with you for those 4 troops. I'm already at 8. I'm buying them from Andy to then
Tell
trade
you
them
what.
to you.
Here's what we can do.
Yeah.
I will give you a troop and promise not to attack you
If
if you give me 2 prestige.
two
I'll
prestige.
take it.
Jesus Christ.
Alright.
That'd be fucked.
I don't know.
Boom.
We're combating for
Spain.
theoretically 5
I
points
got
here.
4 troops.
I guess.
I've
Yeah.
got 4 troops for you now.
What would you want for it?
So-
Why this one over here?
Do you want this one instead?
I want Hesse.
You want Hesse? All right. It's right next to France or right next to Sweden. Like,
Lusatia, actually. That's also right next to Sweden.
correct.
Still.
Like, there's
At least it's, yeah, whatever. I'll take Lusatia.
Okay. So,
Keeping in mind you need me to win.
all right, I totally understand. But I also need to win.
Yes.
But I want you to have these troops so you don't just lose everything.
Yeah, me too.
Like, where are you? What is your total debt currently? You're 30.
Oh God. I'm at let's see, that's 37.
Okay.
Real good.
Yeah. No, that's fine.
Wait, no, it's yeah.
You have a lot of territory. You're going to get rid of a lot of that debt.
Yes. Is it 1 per cylinder or 1 per area?
It's 1 per cylinder.
Okay.
Oh, that's how it works. Yeah,
For
that's-
me, it's areas.
Yeah.
For pretty much everybody else in the game,
Also,
it's
you're going to
cylinders.
get...
Is it though?
Are you going to get -5?
-5 debt.
No, it says areas with claims.
Do you
Oh,
have-
if I lose another one in
So
Oh, that's
you need
right.
to not lose
For
another
you
one.
and me,
I agree.
Yeah.
areas matter. For
Right.
everybody else, it's cylinders.
And areas
But,
are as long as you have 1
so
card there.
I'd love to get
Yeah.
some more troops for a
So it
better
could be
chance.
That -5
Yes.
is huge for you. You definitely
For
need
me,
to
I need
maintain
whole
control
areas with
of
0
the Netherlands.
discs.
Okay.
That's why the trade for 2 prestige might
So here's what we're gonna do.
be interesting to you.
Here,
Yeah, see.
So you need to get rid of that prestige.
What
man.
happens if we tie?
the defender wins.
No, in the
Oh.
competition for
Alright.
having the majority of areas.
France wins.
Okay.
France needs 4 discs. You've got
What are you
3
offering
right
for
now.
these 2 prestige?
I'm going to give you an army and promise not to attack you.
Well,
The army's for a show of good faith. I guess it doesn't really matter. I can just promise not to attack you. It doesn't really matter.
correct. It's binding.
Because this is the last military phase.
Yes.
Yeah.
Sure, I guess I'll do it.
Okay.
It just guarantees that.
And the army doesn't matter much.
It doesn't
It
matter.
matters to you, but not to me. so
Well,
much.
if I'm not attacking with these, doesn't matter.
Yeah, that's true. You can get rid of it. You get him out of the theater.
But I have something to lose now, so I guess that's kind of a risk for me.
Yes.
We'll see.
That's why I didn't want to swap for prestige before the next turn, because it's just going to go.
Sure,
now.
sure. Stealing some of Francis' prestige would be nice.
So you don't need this anymore.
I do not. But I don't know who
Okay,
does.
so where we
Yeah,
at?
No one does.
Yeah.
We did roll for
Seems-
trade. Now is next is Unrest. Or we do want to do that?
I don't think so.
Let me point out this is we could do one more. There's one more diplomacy phase. I've got an army to burn.
I've got. I mean, I could have a lot.
No
of
one
armies to
that
burn.
needs no one's fighting needs armies now. There's actually 5 extra armies
Yeah.
floating around.
Yeah.
But because 2 people are at peace, like that, they're all at peace and no fighting, except for Joe over here, and Joe has way more than 8 total armies, and I have 8 armies, and Andy has 8 armies, so we just have extra armies that don't matter.
It's funny. It's funny how that works.
Yeah.
Well, so what's your,
I'm really
your,
loving
is
some
your,
of the weird-
your debt
weird stuff
situation
in this
isn't
game.
bad, is it?
No, his situation is great.
Well, that's easy for you to say.
Well,
I don't
compared to
have a lot
mine,
of
that,
claims.
well, see,
You don't have a lot of claims.
my thing
Yeah.
is that I could
Don't have a lot of
potentially lose
claims.
the game if I don't have the right debt
I haven't
balance.
I don't do the math.
So I'm willing to burn the armies, but I don't think it'll be likely I can take on the debt. If you want to flip them, though.
Well, the Dutch are always interested in increasing tolerance for debt, and I am
That's
too.
actually not in my. That's only in my victory condition if everyone wins.
No, that's
No.
Yeah, all he needs is
that's part of your debt reduction. However,
yeah, it is part of your
it is your debt
That is
reduction.
part of my debt reduction.
That's
Yeah.
what it is.
So you get the
Tell you what, if it's tolerance, you throw in the first debt. I'll throw in the next 2 if it's a 2 or a 3. If it's liberties, we'll let Bavaria deal with it.
well, he's not going to do anything, right?
Yeah, okay. If it is for debt reduction, yes, I will deal. If it's debt reduction, I will pay
Flip a
1
card.
dollar.
Are you doing one
so
or
we
2?
each take an army.
We're doing 1 or 2.
You have to choose before flipping.
If you
Yeah,
pay
so-
for the 2 armies, we'll do 2.
Yeah. Give us a better chance to get the.
Is that okay, Dane?
I will throw you. Can I throw you an army instead of debt?
I think he needs.
What's neat with the
No,
armies?
we have excess armies.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Then,
That's the thing.
all right.
Okay, so I need you to do 2 armies.
Okay.
I'm not gonna
Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah.
All right, so flipping 2 cards.
2. These are mixed, I assume. Okay, so I'll see what we get. First card is tolerance for 3.
Okay.
So you pay 1, and I'm stuck taking on 2 debt.
No,
You
you're
take 1.
taking 1.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and you're taking 2.
I take 2.
Give me a 3, and I'll give you this 5.
So what's the effect on tolerance? It adds tolerance.
That's 1. Going up 1.
Oh yeah, and you can be negotiating just to change those.
Yes.
That's
In the last diplomacy phase.
That's when that happens.
Yeah.
Yeah. This hasn't changed very much in this game. It has changed in previous games. But yeah.
Are you sure you can negotiate to move it anywhere you
Yes.
want?
Yes.
Yep.
Yes.
Yes.
100%.
100%.
Yes.
That's one of
It makes
Austria's.
these cards feel pretty pithy.
Yes, it's one of Austria's biggest strengths.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, because Austria has a lot of weaknesses and very few
As
strengths.
Austria would
The biggest
say,
strength
that is 100% a thing.
Liberties at 3. So,
So no one wants to do that.
I'll sell anyone a card for a debt.
Bavaria,
Can you?
liberties for 3.
I'll sell
What,
it.
what's the card?
You'll take it.
Yeah. Well,
Now remember, him having 2 cards doesn't help you because it's only his
You're not
lowest
interested
card.
in
You only get the lowest
3
card.
debt for raising liberty.
Oh,
1.
really?
Yeah, you need to
I
give
can
that
raise
to
Liberty
me.
No, I
with
need
him
to
as
give
much
that.
as I
Yeah.
want.
All right.
So,
Why would I
So,
have to bid
yeah.
for that?
You
I'll
don't
give you
know.
a debt saving card.
Why do you need to give
There
that
you
to
go.
him?
Here you go.
There you go.
Why do you need to
He
give that to
can't-
him?
Well, to one of the 2 of us.
Yeah, I was gonna say you might want to
I mean, I'm not
try
gonna
to
pay
get a
for
better
it.
deal out of it. You might see if he's willing to take on 2 debt for it.
I might trade something for it, but I'm not
Oh
gonna
no, I was selling it to you for
Yeah.
a debt.
Yeah, we just traded.
I know, but he might be willing to take 2 debt on for it. You still at least worth asking.
Oh no, I was given. You gave me a debt for
Yeah.
a card.
Yeah,
I was.
traded you a debt for a card.
No, this was I wanted otherwise. So here's one debt.
The
and
cards don't go lower than 2, right?
The cards don't go lower than 2.
All right.
Yeah, and that card definitely doesn't go lower than 2.
okay.
All right. So, done. All right, military phase. Are we?
Any more deals?
Well, we're at
Andy-
maximum. So.
Oh yeah, no. We're just gonna figure something out on the last turn for the Liberties track.
That's
Not
what I
doing
assume.
it.
Yeah. He was offering me Liberties cards, and I'm like, no.
Yeah.
Well, if you wanted it.
Okay. Any other deals or negotiations to be had?
Do we need to talk about anything with our military campaign that's coming up here?
Because we got
we gotta talk
Sweden,
about
do you
it
want
now.
to declare peace?
No, he doesn't want to declare peace. Are you kidding? Jesus.
Yeah, Sweden's in a good
Do
military
you want to see
situation
your
now.
Swedish people die?
Yes.
Look, Sweden's not even on the map. He doesn't
I
care about
know.
soldiers.
We've been rolling ones. It's a noble sacrifice.
You know, I recall the Swedish army being pretty badass at this point in time, but I guess not.
Nope, they are not this time. It just ain't happening.
This is the first time I've seen the Bavarians not run out of pieces.
Yeah.
So we're both really good at our, our perspective.
Anything else?
Uh,
I mean, I'd be willing to give away some prestige, even 2 prestige for some debt on taking. But I don't know if anybody wants to take debt at this point for prestige.
It's equal. It's pretty much equal. I mean, prestige is like -1 debt, so.
You know what?
Although some of us care about having debt specifically, but you do the debt reduction first, right? Yeah, it's.
Well, you can't negotiate after. Like the prestige is like the final negotiation phase because there is a final diplomacy phase. We're all going to get debt again,
Right.
Just say I would.
and that's where like that negotiation is the
Spain.
strongest.
I would be interested in prestige if it wasn't that I would likely lose it. So, if I could negotiate something, if I can negotiate some kind of peace with either France or Sweden,
Yeah, that'd be great.
then well maybe you need to convince France
Well-
or Sweden to not attack me.
That's not gonna happen, man.
By
Yeah,
giving
yeah.
them prestige.
I'm saying that prestige isn't worth it to me if I'm just gonna lose it.
Yeah, I got you.
And they are not interested in,
yeah.
being peaceful people. Because I can take on debt. And I think it's a tough boat for you. I think I don't know, Spain. You're in a tough place.
So France wants Sweden and
The Dutch.
Dutch to
I think
win.
Dutch are sitting.
Dutch are doing okay. I know Sweden is. I guess you have tolerance really high, so you're doing okay in that regard.
Well, no, that's about to change.
Yeah, what's his? Because it's gonna go down by a certain number.
Yeah.
Why is
You got-
tolerance going
you
to go
got-
down?
Every
Every-
Catholicized area drops it by 1.
Okay.
We're gonna try to
Yeah,
keep
that's
that from
not good.
happening, but I
You
can
know
only-
how much you can do.
there's not much I can do. Yeah.
You should just gobble up territory.
Sweden, do you want to?
So
What would you take for switching turn order?
switching turn order. Switching turn
Oh, that's
order.
that's actually interesting.
Hmm.
Jeez, Andy.
Like, what is it worth to?
I would
guarantee
switch
Andy's
turn order with you if you
reconcil-
take 5 of my debt.
Recatholicization.
No, I would have to be with Sweden.
Very well.
Because it guarantees the recatholicization of the areas.
I mean, I can give you troops.
No, you can't. He's got 8.
Yeah, those troops are
You're gonna have to be.
dangerous.
You're gonna have to be
That you
willing to
can
give
use
up
for
something.
else. I mean,
You're gonna have to be willing to give up
I'll
something
get that.
valuable.
But 100% I'll get that.
So if we were to have peace this turn and you give me, let me think about this before I actually state it, since I wouldn't want to go back.
So
How confident do you feel in your Swedish army right now?
I can see how this will work out.
well, he's got some claims, right? So it doesn't matter if he has claims to you. You just need to get the tolerance back up. So peace with Andy doesn't necessarily hurt that.
That's true. So
Yeah.
I'm thinking You give me one of those. Well, we can discuss which one of those. A claim for peace.
Then you'll and the trade and turn order. Because that's what he wants to guarantee the Catholicization, whatever the word is.
Well, that's quite a reach for you. And if we have peace, then I'm not upsetting the Recatholicization.
Well, if he gives you one claim, that means he's getting guaranteed 2 as opposed to a chancy 3, right?
Yeah.
Well, you can't get 2 off another claim from Sweden. Sweden doesn't own a single disc territory that he can give up.
No, I'm not giving up a claim.
No, Andy's giving him one to have peace and turn order.
Andy gives me a claim.
I think that's a compelling deal, personally.
Gotcha.
You want turn order.
And you're extorting a claim from him to do it. And peace.
Yeah. He gives you a territory, and he gets peace and turn order.
So that gives you a guaranteed 2. And then that lowers the track by 2.
Yep.
You take a debt.
I take a debt.
1 debt. It's a single debt.
One debt. You're just trying to mess with me.
No, here's why. Because 16 puts me at the next thing. 15 puts me at... So it's a legitimate... It's a legitimate debt.
And 18 and 19 is the same row for you,
Yeah.
so it doesn't change your row, but it changes his.
Doesn't change mine.
Like,
Gosh, you guys a hard bargain.
I think it's reasonable.
I think-
There's a solid reason why I'm
sure
Here's the
there
other
is.
thing that's good about this. It's going to make Jacob have to whip Andy in line, too. Because Jacob's going to be hung out to dry a little bit on this deal.
One debt. What else could I get out of this deal?
I think that's my final offer.
Okay.
I'm willing to fight.
You've got a card over there.
I do have a card.
That's...
This is my final offer. I'm willing to fight if this isn't
Well, negotiate which claim it is. That's what you need to agree
Yeah.
upon.
any claim you want.
Well, that's pretty good deal.
I mean,
There! Yeah, you worked it hard. I think it's good.
I mean not my home claim, obviously.
Yeah. I would probably take the one that
Jacob's
Yeah.
general's on.
Jacob's in, yeah.
Yeah, that makes sense.
For one more debt. Okay, but if I lose by a debt...
It'll be an epic story.
Okay.
Is there any reason that you want to go before me in turn order? We should use that to our advantage if we can.
I can't think of any, because it just really... You go first and I go, and you're sort of down there, and I'm up here pretty much for...
Okay.
Do you want my, France, do you want my turn? As last?
You want to go after Austria?
I want to go before Austria.
Okay.
Yeah. I think I'm good.
okay. Everybody done?
Advance in here?
So,
Discard excess armies, assign. So you just have 8, and then.
Yeah, he's not fighting over in Netherlands.
Okay.
Should have been listening to Dave from turn 1
Bavaria.
and making peace way too early.
Bavaria.
Bavaria will stand
It's,
down.
it's time to re-Catholicize.
Yes,
Oh, yeah.
obviously going to re-Catholicize all its places.
Nice.
Okay, so 2 down the track there.
That's 3.
And we'll hold the line.
Holding the line. Okay.
All right. Next up is
France.
France.
Last military phase.
Okay.
So France will reduce her debt by 1 for every claim at the end?
For every claim and a Protestant or a Catholic, it's
Well,
Catholic.
that's, if it comes to that, I'm a Catholic power. If it comes to that,
It's not just the French. It's anyone in, I believe, the French Netherlands.
well, it doesn't really matter because it's either gonna work out or not.
It says France and HRA reduces debt for every area with claim.
But you also, I'm pretty sure the French also get.
They get VP, but not Dutch reduction.
Okay.
Not debt reduction.
I'm
According-
attacking.
according
Maybe
to this.
VP.
I'm going to conquer this.
It may
spot
be
here.
the in the
Oh, yeah,
final
I will
scoring.
accept.
Yeah.
Oh, quick
I
discussion.
remember that being a
Oh,
big
yeah,
news in our
right.
first game.
Well,
Sophia
you talking about
played
where
it
your
wrong.
pawn is versus mine? Yeah. Well, I mean, he's going to intercept anywhere.
Yeah.
So my first one's either going to work out or not.
I don't know how much I can say.
Yeah, that makes sense.
I will intercept.
Well, the other thing I can do is attack Andy.
Well, I
But
will-
then,
Too.
But then you won't get. Yeah, because if you want territories, if you want Protestant or Catholic territories,
well, that's largely irrelevant at this point, because whether they are originating in Catholic or Protestant doesn't change my points. I think
it's different regions with your discs in them is your debt reduction.
right. Well,
That's
and the other thing is
Not points, just debt reduction.
+1 VP per Catholic HRE area. Okay,
Yeah,
so-
which that doesn't matter. That's already a Catholic area. You being in there or not being in there.
Well, but if he were to attack it, he could make it Protestant.
No.
No?
He cannot convert areas to Protestantism.
Okay.
no.
That's
The only conversion that happens is Andy converting Protestant areas to Catholic with these.
yeah. Okay.
Effectively, these plus the red areas are Catholic. Everything
That's
else is
my
not.
understanding
Period.
of it.
The end.
That's my understanding of it. So my choice is between going for an area that's undefended and expecting an intercept versus attacking Andy directly.
Yep.
My reasoning is if I attack Andy directly,
That's sort of the end of your.
that's the end of my go.
Yeah.
Whereas, well, but if he intercepts, then it's the
It's
end
the
of
end
my
of
go
your
anyway.
go. Yes.
So,
If he does.
but Andy's
Yeah.
done already. He's not done,
Yep.
which would give you. But he could still intercept as a
Yeah.
response.
I think the odds are on your side if he tries to intercept you though.
No, well, it's weird because I get 16, and he's coming in with 8 plus potential 12. So it always can be the attacker that wins. I guess at full strength, it's still better to be the defender because you could roll doubles though. So I'll stand here, and this is what's gonna be what it's gonna be.
I will intercept. 7 plus 8 is 15, so I lose. We each lose one guy.
Yep.
You may spend a guy to place the claim,
I will,
and then you're done.
and then I'm done.
Any military actions, Orange?
I can't.
All right, this is it, Dave. Crunchity, crunchity.
He's 7, he's got 8. Do I go after Austria in a favorable odd? Get one territory, or would they go for more? Probably go for more. Let me go here and convert a claim.
I will intercept.
Here it comes.
So you got 7, I got 8.
Yep.
Oh,
Yep.
you're just not putting him here.
Yeah. Yeah.
It was gonna get jammed.
Can you just?
Do you see how it
He
doesn't come
wants
out
the
that side?
exciting die roll.
Andy doesn't want the person involved in the battle to see the die roll.
Yes, it's for the
Exactly.
camera. He needs it for the camera.
5. So you win. We each lose one guy,
Each lose one guy.
and you get the one claim.
Tolerance goes up 1.
But don't forget your claim. Yeah.
And did you place the claim? Yeah.
And you spend another guy to do that.
Yes.
Okay, so that's that.
That's that.
Now it's Jacob's big turn.
Yep. Okay. So you are down at. You're both at 6.
Yeah.
And I'm at 6. So, however, I don't think the Swedish ones matter to me anymore. So I just go attack France.
Well, every open circle is
No,
better.
Catholic open circles.
If everyone wins.
No, debt reduction. Austria's. Oh yeah, that's right. Austria's just areas without claims. It doesn't matter. It's just open circles.
Yeah.
I
mean, it's 50-50.
That's right. For victory points, it's the Catholic areas.
How does everybody feel about meeting the victory condition right now?
I think I may get it.
Remember that there's up to 6 die roll, though it's always been doubles every time we've done it.
Well, I'm currently over my debt amount. Oh, and Jacob, you didn't have any prestige.
Correct.
Oh.
Yeah, that's why I can intercept at will. I'm just going to attack you guys because I lose nothing.
Well, you're going to attack one person at one
correct.
time.
Right.
Yeah.
But there was literally no penalty. Like, you were only ever going to each get 1 territory at best.
Well, if you didn't intercept, we would have gotten
Well, there was no reason for me not to.
Yeah, I see what you're saying.
It could not have done, like, the worst thing for me to have done would have been not been to intercept with the way the situation was.
No, that makes sense.
Well, tolerance did go up 1. If that matters.
No. It actually gives me more of a hold over
Yeah, he needs
Andy.
the leverage against Andy.
Like, yes, it is better for me if that's slightly higher because it gives me more of a cudgel on Andy.
Yeah.
Oh, that's always good.
When you get to be involved in that agreement too, right? So
No, he doesn't have to be involved because this is the track Andy cares about. It's me and him.
Yeah, but if you can come to agreement with him,
Yeah.
if you can come to agreement with him, you don't need Andy. Is my point.
No, I need
needs
Andy
me
to win.
win.
Yeah.
Oh, you need Andy to win. Oh,
Right.
Yeah.
Andy just doesn't get to win without me now.
Right.
He has to have me meet my victory condition to win.
I guess
If I
probably
cared to leave Jacob out to dry, I would have had to buy the liberties and make sure that the tolerance does go up.
Yeah.
But no, I always assumed that was the case.
Yeah.
Like if I didn't
You
think that
two are pretty much what
if I didn't think that was the case,
They've always been.
well, if I didn't think that was the case, I would have played differently and gone for the liberties. But even then, he can make a deal with the Dutch to move the liberties.
The Sweden
Or
to move
the
the
Dutch or the Swedish.
No,
to move
Dutch
it.
are on the tolerance. But
Yeah, so he would have had to. He could have made a deal without me to move it. So I am pretty much entangled with the Austrians.
Yes.
It seems
That's how
very
I felt.
it seems very difficult for the Bavarians to win without the Austrians.
Well, that's the way it was designed.
Yeah.
Okay, so I will attack.
Whew, what a doozy.
Just because it's here and it doesn't like it's 6 of one, half a dozen of the other. I will attack on Hulk. I'm assuming. Are you going to intercept?
I will intercept.
Yeah.
So we got a
I'm at 12.
6. I'm at 6.
Yep.
So I need a 7 or more to win.
Yep.
Oh, it's doubles.
Double.
Oh no.
Oh, is that our first blunder?
That's the
first.
That's the worst
blunder.
time for that to happen.
I lose 4.
And this goes.
Man, that Swedish army.
And
I don't.
The
need
Austrians are balling
Dave, I
this
don't need
time
you.
around.
I don't need you to be
That
losing
Swedish
that
army
bet.
is
Okay.
licking their wounds and going home.
And
So-
I hate you have to give him prestige too.
Oh, does tolerance go down?
No.
No.
Okay.
Only by recatholicizing. And I can't actually recatholicize areas despite being the Holy Roman Emperor.
No. Again, that makes sense.
Okay.
Come on, I'm totally
Okay.
on board with the church here.
That's really that. I wish that had not happened.
That is a problem.
Yeah.
Okay. So,
Spain.
Don't have any military actions.
Nope.
I can move. I mean, I can move. Sure.
Yay.
we went home.
Yeah,
They marched very well.
that's good.
Okay, final diplomacy phase. So, this order doesn't matter because there's no military phase to resolve. So,
Although you
Before-
could trade it
you
because
can't...
final turn order. If there's a tie, that is a thing.
Okay, it is a final tiebreaker.
So it might be something realistically for just sweetening a deal that is trade.
That's if VPs are tied.
Yes. So thank you very much. I will take the first slot and hope that it does something.
Oh, no, second. Oh, boy.
I don't like the situation right now.
Second to last, what's last? All right, so now before we gather debt, now is when trade deals for prestige and what have you, can happen in order to change debt accumulation.
Yeah.
So
Okay, so we're pausing before arrears here. I'd like a moment to actually do my math.
yes, the first thing people should do is calculate how much debt you're going to gain and then how much you're going to get rid of based on the current board state.
Okay.
All right, this is always the fun part of this game, doing all the math.
So For me, it's all the yellow bits, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5,
I don't
6.
know. Bavaria, it is, yes, all of your yellow bits. Plus the Liberties track. Whatever that is, you get to subtract it from your debt.
Okay. Well, I mean, I need the Liberties track to be at least 5 to win it all.
Correct. I get that.
Okay, so I'm not gonna win if even with doubles if all heads.
Right.
If I
Let
can't
me-
get rid of some debt.
Let me figure out where my debt's going to be at first.
You need
Yeah.
Spain to win? Ugh.
Yeah,
I need
Spain's
both
not.
of you to
That,
Like,
yeah.
Spain's
Last
not-
I
game,
forgot
remember,
that was a
but
thing.
last game I took on, like, I got myself to where I could take several of Spain's debt.
Yeah,
in
You
order-
did do that. Yes,
Yeah.
that is true.
Like,
Yeah, I-
100%. Like, I just need to work the math and the deals here.
right.
And then, like, because you can't win without me, this needs to happen first.
No, you're
and
right,
then
you're
I
right.
just take
Yeah,
your
I
debt
mean,
without without having to
I'm
give
at
you anything.
if I were to roll doubles in the fluctuation, I would be at 26.
So you only have to give up 2, but really you want to give up like 4 to
So
have.
this is my
real
master
chance
card
of
right
winning.
there.
Yeah,
That's
final scoring,
the Bavarians.
I don't know if we're going to final scoring. Maybe we're not.
Oh, we all starting to crunch some crazy numbers now.
And you
Yeah.
figured the -5 for having the majority of
I did, yeah, on the card I got.
Yeah.
And I need to, yeah, so this is...
So I need to figure out 1, 2, 3, 4. wait,
Oh, do we
1,
we
2,
should we have to take our areas, right?
4, 5, 6,
Okay, so I got 2
7, 8,
prestige,
9, 10,
and
11, 12, 13.
26. 6 more.
Do commerce cards do anything for the Dutch, or
Not the ones that
Not
you
the ones
have.
you have.
not the ones you have?
Right.
Only the lowest of the ones that you've handed out.
Right.
Correct.
Each player's lowest card is subtracted from yours.
All right.
If you want to give me another one, I'll take it.
Really, what he wants is Sweden to get one.
Yeah, I want Sweden to get one, or to make sure that everyone is capped at 4.
Can we trade? We can trade these cards.
Yes.
You can
Yes.
trade those.
You
Are you
absolutely
in
can.
danger of losing? Currently?
I don't feel that way.
Okay. I gotta figure out my situation. But
Looks like Sweden has 4 claims plus
Five.
4 tolerance.
Right,
Four,
so I'm
5
gonna have that
claims.
much.
5 claims and 4 tolerance at the moment.
I'll be at 26 debts,
so I can figure this out.
8
But that's not greater than debt for you.
tolerance, and 3
Oh, and
claims.
troops, right?
Every 2 troops.
You
is
have a
one.
commerce card,
I will be getting one.
Actually,
when
round fractions
rolls
up,
come
so-
out.
Okay. Unless it's the Portuguese card.
Unless it's the Portuguese
Or
card.
that's it, but you have to get that twice.
Oh, we're gonna
I have
get
to
we're
get
gonna get
that
our.
We get our troops.
Oh, we get our troops.
We
Yeah.
get half our troops rounded up.
No, but I mean
No,
our
we get
recruitment.
We get our recruitment.
Yeah. Can I see
We
the?
get our recruitment. Yep.
Yes.
Oh, yeah, that'll help
Yeah.
a little bit.
I'll take 2 boats and I'll throw this extra boat in the water.
So I will.
I need it.
Okay, like,
He's done his spreadsheet going.
Well, no, I'm just calculator.
That's Sandy.
Yeah.
So,
okay, that
Jacob,
puts
I
me-
tolerance. I need liberties at 6.
I will
right?
take
so 19
a-
because I have 15 now.
We need
One of your
5.
commerce cards.
Yes, but I need it.
You
so
can choose
follow
in
this with me.
exchange
Maybe
for-
I'm not doing this quite right because the prestige
Um,
is the issue. I don't have any prestige.
in exchange
So
for
15,
you promising
Well, give me 4.
not to lower
Right, so that's
tolerance.
19.
Right.
So
Deal.
minus 6.
I will not
1, 2,
lower
3, 4,
tolerance.
5, 6. Yep.
Minus
That's a good deal. Yeah.
3 for my card.
I was gonna say.
Yep.
Make sure it's a good one because
Minus
I want
four.
both of you to succeed.
Yeah, that's like
Minus
No.
4 for
I'm
you.
gonna
And I
give
won't,
you 3
and I won't,
points.
I won't
That's
lower.
our
I
deal.
won't lower it either. I'll promise that.
Yes.
Okay,
You
excellent.
don't need to be
yeah,
at 0.
I'll
You
give
just need to be
3
less than
points.
liberties.
That's-
Yeah.
yeah.
So if it's at 5, it's 1, which is less than 5.
So
which
5,
Is,
so I'm good. So I'm, so I can take on then, well no, because of the die roll. So I'm
Yeah.
good, but I'm
Right.
just good.
so here's the. So Sweden, you are
In fact,
confident that you're
if
winning
it's a
the
really
game
bad roll,
without negotiating things, correct?
I just negotiated some things with the Dutch for.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
so I can't, I
I'm
don't
sure
think
you're
that I can
concerned
take
about
on
me
debt
winning the game.
to help you out there.
No, what I'm concerned about.
Spain, do you have the minus 5 for the
I think I have it.
Netherlands?
I have it because I have the majority of.
Dutch, do you need
Territories there.
anything?
Well, you have 1, 2, 3, and I have 1, 2, 3. And my understanding is I win ties. That's why I asked Jacob.
Is it regions or claims?
I think it's majority, so I think.
Is it majority of claims or regions?
It is.
Just says majority on the card.
Oh.
It's not going to help. I was thinking it was. I was thinking
Almost
it was
everything
regions.
is claims. Regions is very
Yeah,
little.
I
in the
would have
game.
assumed.
Yeah.
claims.
Well, that was that was a misplay on my part. It doesn't really matter. It's not under the final scoring. It's the debt resolution in some way.
Right, that's.
Okay.
Okay. The side Netherlands, the Dutch Republic reduces their debt by the total number of territories they personally possess. Spain and France compare their holdings to see which one has more claim markers placed in the
Yeah,
Netherlands.
that's my bad. I thought it was just areas.
So,
Okay,
Dutch,
good to know.
do you
Oh, that's why you want
need
to give me my
anything? I'm
coins back.
assuming not.
I think not. I think I might have
Interesting.
this.
Well, if everybody wins, do you have this?
No.
If everyone wins, I'm straight up.
Is there
fucked on the
anything?
Dutch.
Is there anything that would help you out if everybody wins?
No, I'm
he
straight
needs
up
claims.
fucked on the Dutch.
Okay.
Yeah, like
The Dutch need to make sure that someone loses. That is 100%.
yeah.
Yeah, at this point, I'm still losing.
Come on, Spain.
Well, unless someone wants to take a bunch of debt. Maybe someone wants to take a bunch of debt. Huh?
Really, with all
Are you a
that
Catholic
prestige
power or a Protestant power?
Oh, that's
I
only
am
minus 5
Protestant.
debt. I'm already at 37 debt.
and all those
I am
troops.
minor Protestant.
Well, that'll give me
Yeah.
4 back, which is good.
So let me just say this
I
right
get 5
now.
from this. And,
I think this whole team, my whole team, is going to lose because they can't win without me, and I don't think it is physically possible for me to win the game.
Since I just did my numbers, and because I misplayed that, I'm going to be at exactly 20 debt, and it says less than 20. So I'm 1 debt off from winning currently.
Yeah. Well,
Because
that
I-
means that would only be Sweden
Well,
and the Dutch.
We'll see how the cards go because I might be able to help you.
Okay, what do we
Because-
need for the Spanish?
I
tour?
gave you what I gave you.
I'm
but
at.
I might be able
I
to
think
give you
if I
better.
roll
We
doubles,
can
I would
still
be at
trade
25 debt,
cards. There's still a long
which
way
is
to
1
go
too
here.
many.
Yeah.
But
I was just
most
going to
likely
bring
I
that
will
to
not
his
roll
attention.
doubles.
So here's the
Yeah.
problem. I have information that I'm not legally allowed to reveal.
Good.
That information
Tells me.
determines whether or not I can win the game.
Yeah.
So while I can't legally tell you why I can't win the game, realistically I cannot win the game.
What if people train with you to make it happen?
Yes. But only players not on my team.
But I need to get rid of.
You can't help me either.
Okay.
I mean, you absolutely
need to
can make
bail
those-
I
you
need
out.
one of them to bail me out, and they just flat win if they don't bail me out. And
No,
there's nothing
exactly, yeah.
anybody else can do to stop that.
So that's GG?
Probably.
Probably.
All right.
That's the situation.
So I should have gotten the tolerance card then, or the liberties card. Then.
You should have dealt with me to move the tracks and made deals with me ahead of time instead of just waiting for the end. Because waiting for the end.
Wait. Instead of sitting there with a look of smug satisfaction on his barbarian putting him.
That's
Historically, that hasn't been an issue for Austria before.
But the last time we played, he dealt with me from turn 1. He had his position set up before
All right, no,
the
that's-
final
that's a
military.
misplay.
I was
phase.
gonna say,
I
if you're
thought you were
comparing
good,
Andy's ability to negotiate with anyone else who's played the game's ability to negotiate before,
It was Dave's
All
first
bets are
game
off.
and my first game.
that doesn't
Like,
matter. I'm
yeah.
talking about Andy versus anyone else playing the same position. He just
Gotcha.
does it differently, man.
Right.
He does it
No,
differently.
I get that. But yeah, in the last game, he had his victory condition met before the last military phase happened. So he was in almost the only way I could have
was in
stopped
sweet
him
spot.
was negotiating
No,
with an
I mean
ally-
my
enemy
only
to
my
bring
only
it
misplay
down.
was I should have moved up the liberties.
Yeah.
Yep, I should have done. No,
You
I'm
should have
aware.
done this.
I'm aware.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I thought Jacob was gonna
Should've
take
done
care of
it.
business.
No.
What's funny is we picked 2 cards. If we would have chanced one, there would have had no option almost.
Yeah.
All right, so do we go through
So,
it?
Well, no, I think since these two, all 3 of you are winners, and I think all 3.
I'm not-
Well,
No, Spain is not
I need to
winning.
roll. I need to roll to see if I win. Actually.
Yeah, there's
Spain is
let's
Spain,
just-
unless I can
let's
give away
just-
some debt, is going
So
to
let's finish the
yeah.
diplomacy
Yeah.
phase. So everybody gain their new debt.
Uh huh. Done.
Oh yeah, for sure.
I have not done that. Sorry.
Oh.
Okay, yeah,
Yeah,
I'm not done. That.
do it.
10, 20.
Okay, so I gain 6, I think.
I gained 7.
Nice.
So here's 3 back.
There's nothing that I can do to raise the liberties, right?
Nope.
Andy.
Unless I can negotiate a deal with
No, I
someone
had
else.
it. I had it solid,
Yeah.
but I needed. Yeah.
Here's the deal.
What?
If you are willing to take on some of my debt,
Mhm.
I might be able to talk to Sweden about flipping a card.
I need liberties to be at 5.
In order to get his debt low enough. That's his debt subtract.
No. I need it to be higher than tolerance.
Yeah.
So either tolerance needs to go down.
Right. So
Or
your best
liberties
bet
needs to go
is
up.
to take on debt so that we can flip cards because it's between me and Sweden.
Well, the thing is, you guys can't get liberties up to 5.
No, but we could also flip a tolerance card and let it go down.
Yeah, but it's still a 2-point swing. You can't get liberties over tolerance, no matter what
Yeah,
those
with
2
a 2-point
cards
swing,
are.
yeah.
Liberties can
It's
go
only
down.
the cards are only ever one.
Only ever one.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Like, no matter what, at this point, the only way for those
No,
tracks to move...
I can negotiate liberties and
Right.
tolerance with
like,
him.
Yes. If you want to negotiate tolerance with
See,
me,
the issue is that
negotiate with Andy.
The issue is that Austria is on the other side. I would happily
Yeah.
negotiate with the Swedish, but like that's not going to help if the Austrians don't also.
Right. So, if Sweden wants to negotiate over the
Well,
tolerance
wait
track...
1 second. You need Sweden. You need something from Sweden, right?
Yeah.
Sweden, would you negotiate with Austria if?
Well, how good are you on your margin? Because you
I
need it's tolerance plus claims over debt,
Yeah.
and then your debt's
Yeah.
going to be reduced by
By
each disc.
yeah,
So
plus
Sweden-
one there,
Sweden-
so 6, and I'm barely there. I
Barely
think.
there, so you can't give away too much.
No, I don't have a lot to give. Here.
So it seems like it's not.
So
gonna
Sweden,
happen, but-
Sweden is after. Sweden's good on their victory condition.
Yeah, currently. Sweden is winning.
Then
I mean,
I
it
guess
depends on the
Sweden's
die
winning.
roll.
It always depends on the
Right.
die roll.
Yeah.
But the Sweden-Dutch depend on the die roll, but they don't need anything. They can just get to
Oh, that's a
the
good point.
die.
With the die roll, the odds are that I'm just screwed.
Sweden,
Yeah.
is there something I can deal with you to guarantee your victory?
No,
Okay.
Well, there is, but you can't give up like, Andy won't take what needs to happen.
What?
yeah. What do you want, Andy?
I mean, I don't know what Jacob needs.
We need to change the tolerance track is what needs to happen. It needs to go down. It
Okay.
needs to go down to 3.
Okay. It
So
would have been a
that's-
good thing to tell me,
that's-
Austria. I actually made the tolerance track go up when I made those deals before, and you didn't say a damn thing.
That military intercept here was helpful too.
I'd be willing to help you lower the tolerance if
we
you
were
could take
made-
2 debt.
Well, we made a deal.
Oh yeah, we won't lower tolerance. Yeah, that's true. That's
Yeah.
binding.
If it
We
was
cannot
this
lower
phase-
tolerance.
Oh,
That is
no, it
binding.
can-
We
But no,
agreed.
the only way to lower tolerance is me and one of you two.
Yeah.
Yeah,
But we.
but I won't
I'm
lower
getting a card
tolerance.
from
It's
him.
binding.
Oh, to
He
not
won't
have
lower
We agreed.
tolerance.
We
It's
should not
binding.
lower tolerance.
So-
now we could renegotiate that.
But here's the thing.
But-
I could give you this card. You could give this card to him, and you could give me a new card.
I'm gonna be handing out 2 cards anyway. So you will get a card, no matter what, I assure you.
Okay.
Because I want to give you a better card than that one.
Yeah, I see what you're saying.
And he will get a card, no matter what.
Okay.
Because I want him to have a card.
Have you done your roll though?
I haven't done my roll. I need to see, but I have 5 people in that box. Because I wanted to make
So
sure
it's a 1 in 6 chance.
I got 2 cards.
It's a 1 in 6 chance.
Alright, so if I don't roll a 5, hot damn, 2 cards.
Okay, so
And
so
you lose
we've done
these 3.
recruitment already.
And for you? Okay.
Yeah.
Okay,
Get the
so-
recruit.
Yeah, so we need to recruit.
Yeah, because that should have
already
happened
did that,
first.
Oh yeah, I did.
Yeah. So who hasn't recruited?
I got mine already.
You got yours.
So roll for Italy because that's debt and or soldier loss, which
Oh,
is debt, which is equivalent to debt for Spain and France.
Okay, you haven't done it once.
Yeah.
Let's see what you got.
It's doubles?
Yeah.
To re-roll doubles.
You just want
It's
to
the
roll
lower
one.
number. So 1.
Perfect.
You each either. So that is
Dead or soldiers.
so it doesn't matter to you.
It
It's
doesn't matter.
exactly the
It
same.
doesn't matter to me.
Okay,
Because
so
it's rounded up on
May as
that.
well lose the soldier.
okay.
That was the best case scenario.
So the next thing that happens is
Dude, I'm saying,
Spain
though,
gets a
why not 6
prestige,
at
but there
once?
aren't any prestige.
Oh, this was
Roll for trade. The Dutch already did that.
Yeah.
All right. So, Andy, do you want me to just give you this card since you're not winning to like hose the Dutch?
Sure.
Like, I mean, we can wait to see if assuming that we can't negotiate for the tolerance track going down.
Sweden, is there anything that we can do to get you to lower the tolerance track?
Wait.
There's two things in the game. One is meeting your victory conditions
one.
and making somebody else
Yeah.
lose.
Yeah.
But you're not guaranteed to win. I can guarantee a victory.
Well, if you can,
But
if
spite
you,
is
He's
its own
trying to-
reward.
for
he's trying
you
his
having
money.
more of these is not bad. For you, it's better. So if you get
Oh, yeah.
cards from them, you're
I
just
can,
making up
I
that
can
much ground.
guarantee a
But
victory for you if
that
you
tolerance-
lower the tolerance
one.
track.
Tolerance ain't going down. I'm debating.
No, if you
doing
get
Unrest
whoa. If you
myself.
get a card that is 3, it is 2 better than lowering the tolerance track by 1.
Yes, but I want to be sure somebody loses around.
Well, it sounds like it's going to make
Well,
the Dutch
I mean,
lose.
people are gonna lose. You don't have to
Spain's,
worry
Spain's
about
losing
that.
to this rate.
Here's
I'm
the
not-
thing.
I don't
Here's
have
the thing,
that
Sweden.
unless I
You
can
can
unless
lose
that.
too.
How can I lose, Andy?
Are you guaranteed to win?
If you get 4 debt off the die roll.
It's close,
Yeah.
but I think I'm there.
I can guarantee your victory.
If you think you're there regardless of die roll, then
Then you won.
I'm,
But
willing-
and
he's
everybody
willing to
else
take
is
that
going to
chance.
be losing too on the die
That's
roll.
kind of
It's
true.
yeah.
Is there anyone that's just like so far beyond their victory they feel no matter what happens?
I am if the liberties is above the
No.
tolerance.
I'm not talking about if. I'm talking about right now. Is anyone so far beyond their victory condition they're not concerned?
Unless I were to give away a bunch of debt, I'm definitely losing.
I'm going by the skin of my teeth.
Yeah. So we're
If I do
all
make it.
we're all dependent upon that
Amusingly,
die roll.
I would need
Besides
to
people
roll,
that have already lost. I'm just doing a reality
I'm
check.
pretty much the only thing I need. I'm pretty much guaranteed to win if I have the liberties.
But
of
that's
my
not going to
tolerance.
happen. That's
I
gonna be
understand
really
that,
clear.
but what I'm getting at is that I can give up. I can take on a lot of debt to make it a more chancy for me, but guarantee it for you.
I think Dave's the only person you could convince of that.
This is what I'm telling him.
I don't think
can
he's interested
guarantee
in
your
this.
victory.
Tolerance down by 1.
No, I like
How can you guarantee his victory? I at least want to hear it.
if Jacob's telling the truth here. He could be the greatest
Con artist of all time.
propaganda.
He's pretty straightforward.
I can
guy.
guarantee his victory. So
Oh, no,
that
the last time we
regardless-
played, I was
right now, if he rolls lower than a 4.
Well, why is he rolling? It's who does
No,
somebody's gonna roll.
it's the
The
taxes. It's the roll that happens that adds to your debt.
I know, but who? I mean,
Anybody
he's not.
can roll.
I know he's not necessarily rolling it though.
Well, I'm saying
The roll.
if the roll
Uh-huh.
is higher than a certain amount, Dave is going to lose. I can make it so that Dave
Well, you also
guarantees
have
the
to
victory.
make a deal with the two of us. We have a binding agreement that we're not lowering tolerance. So.
Yeah, that was already negotiated before this, so they have to
So not just
renegotiate that prior deal to eliminate it.
I just want to hear what Andy's offering. I think he's talking in abstract language. I want to hear the concrete terms, man.
I would give him. I would either take debt or give him a card.
Who's him?
Dave.
What does that do for? That hurts.
The Lord.
That hurts him. Why would he agree to that?
Capital H.
I don't care about the Dutch.
You have to care because they made an agreement to lower,
A binding
not lower the thing.
agreement.
Yeah, it's true.
So you have to talk to both of them if you're going to make this work.
have to
I'm
talk to
pressing
both
you
of them.
because I want to hear
All right.
the art of the deal. I want to
Okay,
hear it.
Hang in there, Joe.
All right, Dutch. I will trade away the card if you allow that deal to happen.
if you refuse to accept Jacob's card as well, then
I will refuse to accept. I will
All
not
other
take
cards?
or I will not take or give any cards.
if you do not modify your cards, then yeah, we have a deal.
All
Okay,
right,
so now you just got one last person to work it out.
Sweden, I can guarantee your victory.
Oh, it was a good shot.
Sweden.
It was a good shot.
No.
Sweden, you can potentially lose this
This
game.
is fun.
I like Dave. This is a good
You
one.
can potentially lose this
I'll
game,
just sit here
or
real
you can
quiet.
guarantee to win this game.
But spite is its own reward.
Come on, Sweden.
I like Jesse
We're
too.
all, we're all in these peace talks. All right, we're all in these peace talks. It's hot. We're wearing these like ridiculous clothes.
open a window. It's all right.
You had a lot of Swedish people die. Come on.
Nope.
Okay, moving
Somebody's
on.
gotta lose.
We're gonna resolve debt. Anyone
All
else? Anyone else?
Sweden, I'm
Wait,
disappointed
we have
in you.
unrest if
we don't even need it, do we?
I'm disappointed
You're
in you. Sweden.
taking debt by
Apparently
losing soldiers potentially to flip cards, and then
Yeah.
taking more
That's
debt
no
to
good.
resolve.
We're
the
gonna
cards.
resolve that.
yeah.
Okay, debt resolution, fluctuations. Okay, roll two. Somebody roll 2 dice.
I'm not touching
Watch
those
if
dice.
it goes doubles.
Is it
yeah,
the same
it's
for
gonna be
everybody?
ridiculous.
Yes,
Yeah.
one die roll for
No,
all
no,
players.
we have to put it in the thing. People have to see it on here.
Okay, you're right.
Oh, so Andy's gonna take responsibility. Oh, it's cocked. It's cocked. Reroll.
What is it?
It's in the.
Of course
It's in the
it-
chute.
of course
Reroll
that happens.
Reroll that.
Here.
Leave that one.
Yep, it's a 5
So it
and
goes.
a 3.
So we
Everybody take 3 debt.
Yeah.
Well,
Oh, that might
Here is
screw me.
2 for 5.
All right, I will need a 3.
I need
hold on 1 second.
something.
Oh, wait.
Can anyone make change?
I
No, you
can
don't.
turn 5
No.
into a 5 and get a 3.
Five.
Or, I'll
Here, I'll
here's
turn
2
two.
for a 5.
Here's
Two
2
5.
5. Okay.
Okay, there we go. So there's 2.
Okay. And then I'm gonna turn 2 5s in for a 10, just cause it's easy.
Okay, and I get 3 more dead. No, 3.
R.I.P. Spanish Empire.
3.
You all live or die by Austria. Yeah, unless you can work deals out to not you have to deal with Austria.
Well,
You'll
we're
live
in
or die by
debt
Austria.
resolution now.
Yes.
Oh, he's saying in general.
Or debt
Okay,
in
reduce
general.
debts.
Okay, so commerce held by everybody reveal your cards.
Yeah.
So the Dutch player gets to subtract 4, 8, 11, 14, 16 debt.
Good deal.
Yeah, that's a good deal.
Played the cards very well, Dutch.
16.
All right.
I have a
that-
feeling Garrett knew what he was about. when
And
he
the rest
put
of us
that
get
down.
to use our commerce
So
cards.
now,
Yeah.
the next thing is everybody, subtract debt equal to your commerce cards. I need to subtract 4. Okay. Next thing that happens. So Sweden, Bavaria, and the Dutch, they just subtract 1 debt per cylinder. Austria subtracts from areas without claims. France subtracts for areas with claims. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8,
5 for 1.
9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14.
Nice.
So there's a 25. So 14, 24, 25. Next up, France
I took
gets
6.
Spain gets -5 debt for the Netherlands.
Did Bavaria need to do this thing yet? No.
Yeah, I did it. Oh, Bavaria. What do you do?
And
for
we
that?
haven't.
We're just going down
You
the
needed
Bavaria
one for each
reduced-
cylinder. So you should have knocked 4 off already. Next up, for
One
half
for
of your
each-
soldiers.
For each of these?
And
Yeah.
ships, right?
Yeah, we're doing taxes now.
Yeah.
Well, now we're going to use some chips. Yep.
Yep. So now for your soldiers and ships.
So here's 7.
4, 2, 3, 4.
Guess that's 3.
2.
Yep. See, I'm already under my debt victory condition. I could have been taking debt if I had a chance to win.
Well, if Sweden wasn't.
All right.
So good at the game?
Sweden
I don't know. What?
did
So-
try to make somebody lose. It happened to be you.
So everybody subtract
We'll
1
see
debt
what
for
we
each
get.
prestige you have.
All right. That just
Yeah,
brought me
that's
under.
5.
Woo! Yeah, hold on. I
Find all the prestige everywhere.
need 8 before I forget. And what you want? 5 individual?
Then Sweden,
What you want for that?
Oh, no, I already
You're
did
good?
5.
Sweden and the Dutch Republic subtract 4 debt.
for
So
the
I
tolerance.
have-
Yes,
track.
for tolerance.
Okay, so I have 1. I am +1.
Is that a thing?
Yep, I have +1 debt.
Well, I mean, it'll be 0 at the end.
That's
But
a 0.
Yeah.
all right,
you
liberties.
might easily-
Sweden and Bavaria subtract 0 for liberties.
Are you sure? Also, are you sure you don't want to move the liberties up beforehand?
Nope.
We're done now.
Recatholicization. Bavaria subtract 2 for your 2 recatholicized areas if you haven't already.
Mm.
Okay, so that is it. Have you met your victory conditions?
Wait, did
Yeah.
you win?
I did, yes.
Did you win?
5 plus 9.
And you have 9 debt.
I have 9 debt.
Nope.
I did not.
The Dutch are the only winners.
Sweden,
Because you needed tie is a lose. You need-
Yeah.
I miscounted somewhere.
Sweden.
Did you get the 2 for
Look what you
prestige?
did.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was close, but did not
Sweden,
make
look what you did.
So,
Sweden,
Hey,
I could
hey,
I would have
hey.
happily taken
Check
on
it out.
one of your debt.
I can take a debt. Come here.
no, you
A little
can't
late for
now.
that.
Nope.
There's no
No, we
negotiation.
talked about this before.
No.
Sweden,
again.
Sweden, all you
Why
had
did
to
I miscount
do.
that?
So
All
here's
you
the
had to
issue.
do was give me one of your debt, and you would have won.
Total
But he goes down in history this
total
way.
territory 16 or less. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So I'm good there. Debt threshold 16. I've got 15. Total value of the 2 tracks had to be 8 or less. And for that at 9 and that at 4, that's 9. I needed tolerance to go down 1 to even be eligible.
Well, wait. So if this
Wait.
was at 5,
Then it's 9 and I lose.
Yeah.
Like I am now. Had to be total of those 2 tracks has to be 8 or less
Sweden-
for the card.
Wait, so why are you losing? I'm not conceiving. it.
because
So
because
the total value of these 2 tracks have to be 8 or less.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, but he's
So
not winning.
Andy needs
Yeah,
that
I
at
need to
5
win.
to win, and
Yeah,
I need
so-
Andy to win
well,
as
I needed to tolerance either.
Right.
I needed tolerance
This to
either
be
lower,
more than this.
which Jacob failed to mention when I moved tolerance up to when I took things.
You, I thought you knew that Austria needs like the combined numbers to be low. That's just always
No.
a thing.
I did not know that when we were doing things.
Congratulations.
And if you had told me, like, hey, I don't
but I
like that.
proved Sophia
But you know
right.
what?
So Thanos.
I'm quite.
So the Dutch
I'm
Republic
quite
is the only
happy.
winner
I'm
of
quite
the-
happy.
the
that
only
Sophia-
winner
war.
of the 30
So,
years
Wow,
war.
I realized what I did
congratulations.
wrong. There was one
You realize what you did
calculation
wrong
thing
is-
I forgot to count in. From
Yeah.
That arrears at
Sweden.
the end.
I was
You know
close,
what?
but
I-
damn, that was hard fought.
I'm
That was-
disappointed, but also happy.
Yeah.
Well,
I'm
we're all
disappointed,
losers.
but also happy. All right.
I rather like this
watching
game.
you
Thanks
grovel
for
for
sending
a
this
few
out.
So that was Westphalia.
That's hilarious.